Hi my friends, welcome to the channel English Professionally, and this video is how to learn 50,000 English words. Right, not 5,000 but really 50,000 English words. Just imagine it, okay? So really let's talk about it. So it's a very important subject, okay? So is it a joke? No, I'm really serious about this idea to learn 50,000 English words, and I know that it's possible. Really, I'm serious, it's possible to learn it, and I really think that we need to know. So 50,000 English words or more, and I'll tell you why, okay? So don't you think that it's enough to know, let's say 2,000, maybe 3,000 English words? Why do I need so many words, and how can I really learn it? Really a good question, okay? So thanks a lot for your questions. So you really asked them in the right place and at the right time, as they say, yeah, a good phrase, in the right place and at the right time, as they say, or as people say, yeah. I'll tell you the most important secrets of learning such a number of English words and why you really need it. So really most people don't understand that they need such a number of English words, so they think, okay, so 1,000 is enough, 2,000 is enough, or 3,000 is enough, but in fact it isn't. And so okay, let's get it started. So the thing is, yeah, a nice phrase, the thing is, there is a widespread belief, so most people believe so, most people think so. You need to know about 2,000 or 3,000 English words to know English. Yeah, I think that most people tend to think so. The fact is that it's enough for basic purposes. I mean, for basic purposes or for basic aims. Yeah, so if you want to speak English, but you don't want to know English really well, you don't want to know English perfectly. So, and in fact, I have to tell you one more important thing. So, only the knowledge of these words means nothing. Yeah, only the knowledge of these words means nothing, okay? So, you can know 3,000, you can know 50,000 English words, but only the knowledge of these words, when you know the translation of these words, isn't enough. It's nothing, yeah? And what do you need to do? You need to be able to do much more. In fact, really, you need to know how to use them, and you should do it spontaneously and naturally. So it's a very important thing. So you need to know how to use them, in what context, in what situations, and you should do it naturally and spontaneously like native speakers of English. So people who were born, let's say, in England or America. So good. Why do you think it isn't enough? If you know approximately this number of words, so approximately means about, maybe a little bit less, a little bit more, this number of words, I mean 2,000 and 3,000, and you can use them effectively in your speech, so you can use them quite well in your speech. It means that your level is about intermediate. It's about intermediate, yeah? It's intermediate, or it's only this level. To have an advanced level of English, you need to know at least means minimum 10,000 English words. Yeah, I believe so. At least minimum or more. And basically, I believe so. This number is about, yeah, actually from 10,000 to 30,000 English words for strong advanced students. Yeah, this number of words. So 2,000, 3,000, it's too little. Just for basic English conversation. Yeah, it isn't enough. Yeah, really, it's important. Okay. So, alright, why are we talking about 50,000 English words, really? So, we've talked about, 10,000, maybe 30,000, but why, really? Why are we talking about 50,000 English words? Actually, there is one more level which is higher than advanced. So it's called proficiency. Really? So it's an interesting fact. Again, so most people think that, okay, so I want to know English well, so then they look at different levels and they say, oh, so I can have an advanced level, so it's a great idea, and so my aim is to reach an advanced level. And so they think about it quite often, but they don't realize that it isn't the highest level. It isn't the highest level. There is one more high level. Yeah, we called it proficiency. So what does it imply? Or what does it mean? What does it imply or what does it mean? It implies or it means that you know English like an educated native speaker. Yeah, so it's a very important thing, not just like a native speaker, but like an educated native speaker. So it's really a very high level. It's a completely different level, and it's another stage. It's another level. It's another stage. Could you clarify this point, or could you say it more clearly? So really, what does it mean? What does it mean? So to know English like an educated native speakers. And yeah, let's get back to our discussion. Okay, I hope you won't deny the fact. You won't deny the fact means you won't say no, yeah? It's very easy to get an elementary level, so it's very easy, yeah, to have a basic level, So you can do it within a very short period of time. It means that, so really, if you haven't learned English, so you can have a basic level actually in a very short period of time, or within a very short period of time you can do it actually very fast. So by the way, it's more difficult to reach the next level, so it's a fact. So okay, maybe it took you a month or 2 months or maybe less time to reach an elementary level, yeah? So you want to have the next level, pre-intermediate, and the fact is it's more difficult to reach the next level, which pre-intermediate, as it takes more time and energy. So it can take 3 times longer or so, or 4 times longer. So if you want to have a strong intermediate level, it's another big challenge, or it's another big task, yeah? It's another maybe big plan problem. So in fact, it's several times more difficult to know English at this level. Yeah, we say at this level, at a certain level. So it's really difficult, I mean, to get an intermediate level. Yeah, and the most difficult thing is, to move further, or to move ahead to get the next level. Yeah, so okay, I got it. So I got it, or I understood it. So as far as I understand, so really I understand it this way, it's more and more difficult to get the next level, Yeah, right, yeah? If we try to be realistic, yeah? So let's be honest, yeah? Honestly, or frankly speaking, most students have a pre-intermediate level. So it's a fact, pre-intermediate. So few people reach an advanced level, so not so many people, so maybe 5%, maybe 3%, it isn't such an easy thing. So, and the question is, why do they have this level? Why do they have this pre-intermediate level? Don't they want to have an advanced level? They want, but it's much more difficult. So it's very difficult. To get a level which is higher than intermediate is very difficult, yeah, because it's much more work. So, and really it's extremely difficult to reach an advanced level. So it's a lot of work. It's lots of work. Okay, good. So what about proficiency? Yeah, we talked about it. It's much more difficult than having an advanced level. So really, okay, so that you can have an advanced level, but to reach this level, proficiency, it's it's such a big challenge. So it can take you years. It can take you years and many years. And really, how many words you need to know English like an educated native speaker? And how many words do you know in your native language? So how many words? So I think it's more than 100,000, yeah, more. Okay, so you understand that if you want to know English perfectly, to understand everything, so different phrases in any situation, so 99% or 100%, yeah, not just 90%, 80%. If you understand 80%, 85%, so 90%, you feel uncomfortable because you don't understand some important points. Okay, you understand, most of this information, but it isn't everything. But if you want to understand everything in any context, so you need to know more, and I believe it's about this number, so 50,000 English words. And you see that to know English perfectly, 50,000 English words isn't such a big number, and it's real to learn them, really. So you said so that maybe you know 100,000 words in your native language. So if you want to know English perfectly, so this number is okay. So I see your point, and I really want to have this level. What should I do for it? Do I need to take a list of most common 50,000 English words and learn it? So it's really a good question. So most people think, so okay, I'll take a list of most common English words and I learn it very quickly. Okay, so we should say the following. Well, it won't help you. It won't help you. Won't means will not. You can refresh your knowledge. So refresh your knowledge means you can remember, yeah, what you learned earlier, looking at a list of most common English words with examples, if you have already met the most part of them. And this method is really good. So let's look actually at our channel. So we have a list, of 2,000 most common English words, 2,500 English words. So the lists are quite good. So if you really want, to refresh your knowledge, and maybe 85% and 90%, 80%, but not less. So if you know less, you need to work more and more. So it won't help you. Okay, so especially if it's about this list, list of 550, yeah, not 550, 1,000 English words. And if these words are new for you, yeah, if these words are new for you, yeah, so mostly new, it won't lead to anything good. So you won't have a good result. So really, it's I think it is an irrational way of learning English. So you need to learn them only in context, okay? Are there special techniques or are there special methods, so how we can learn it really effectively? I believe I should start reading something in the original, and I'll understand all these words in context, yeah, so most people think so, okay, really? So I just need to take a book, yeah, and we often hear these kind of things as you need to start reading something in the original and you'll understand everything. I don't agree with it. It's a myth, really. This thought is very naive, so it isn't serious, it isn't objective. You can do it for your level, you can do it if your level is advanced. So if your level is advanced, yeah, you can take a book in the original and you can understand a lot, yeah, looking at the context. If not, it won't help you. So it will be a complete nightmare. It will be a terrible thing. So if not, you need to learn simplified books, yeah, for each level first. You need to start with simplified materials. It's an important thing. So only this, not only, and actually to enlarge your vocabulary, you need to learn special materials on vocabulary, special books on vocabulary, so for different levels and for advanced levels, for proficiency level 2. So it's a faster way. Only reading without explanations isn't enough. So you need to learn special books on vocabulary for higher levels too. So, and not only reading, so reading and listening. Okay, so what else? You also need to read a lot. So, and that's, now I'd like to give you actually some important tips. I remember that I decided to read, one yeah, to read one English book a week in the original, yeah. So my level was advanced, or shown upper intermediate, but I think it was advanced, yeah, in the original, and I did it. So I chose different materials, so which were interesting for me, only modern English, and I improved my vocabulary greatly. So, and actually, so reading 100 pages a day wasn't impossible. So it was possible to read 100 pages a day. So it, it was such a big challenge. So I did it. So okay, so I have a plan. So I have to read 100 pages today. Okay, no problem. So I have to do the same tomorrow. 100 pages again, it's a lot. Yeah, just imagine it. So if we look at 1 month, it's 3,000 pages. It's lots of words, lots of vocabulary. And in fact, it accelerated the process of getting to know more English words. So it accelerated the process, yeah, actually, of learning these English words. It's an important thing, yeah. Okay, but maybe you have this kind of question. So it's a good idea, but only in theory. So I can't read so many pages a day, so I often hear it. And I can tell you the following. Look, I know how you can solve this problem. Don't worry. You need to choose a suitable level for you. It's your key to success. You need to meet maximum 10 new words on one page. So really, students often ask me, so what book should I read? So I believe so it's maximum 10 new words on one page, maximum 10 new words. So maybe 5, 10, not more. Not more. If it's more, it means, yeah, it isn't your level. It isn't your level, and you need to use other materials. So, and start with adapted materials. Then choose more and more difficult ones, more and more difficult materials. So the problem is that you can't read maybe 50 pages a day or 30 pages a day because, this information is too difficult for you. Actually choose, suitable materials for you. Where you will know most of these words, 95% of these words, or maybe 98%. And it will be a pleasure for you. It will be a pleasure for you to read these materials. Okay, good. So, do I need to train a lot? Absolutely. Reading a lot should be your habit. If you think that you can't read a lot because you meet too many new words and you get bored with it very quickly, it's only an excuse, really. Open your eyes, my friend. Open your eyes, okay? So, it only means that you've chosen the wrong materials not suitable for your level, really, because really if you understand everything, so these materials are quite simple, it will be a pleasure for you to read them, and you'll read easily, 20 pages a day, 30 pages or 40 pages a day, no problem at all, no problem at all. So actually the biggest problem is that most students choose inappropriate materials. So not good enough, yeah? So they want to learn everything and in a day or in 2 days. No, just okay, wait a bit. I see. So learning English should be for pleasure. It's an advantage if you can listen to what you read, especially at the beginning of your way. It's an advantage if you can listen to what you read. Yeah, really, it's a big advantage. You need to read and listen, especially at the beginning of your way. And really, I don't understand why students only read if their level is low. They need to listen a lot, listening. So, and if your level is low, then upper intermediate. So I believe only reading is so ineffective. Actually, you don't really know. So how ineffective it is. Listen all the time and read. Listen all the time and read. It's very important. So only reading, it's something actually which relates to our previous generation, I believe, maybe to the 20th century, but not to the 21st century. So it's an old method of learning. So replace it, listen more and more. And I have to tell you some more very important tips. Really, don't you understand? Only reading is a very slow way. The fact is that if you are going to learn 50,000 English words or more, you need to spend a lot of time on English, a lot of time on it. And obviously, it's clear or it's obvious you don't have so much time. You don't have so much time, really. It can be a big problem for you. Okay, oh, where can I find so much time to learn, so many English words? And I can tell you the following. So what should I do in this case? It's your question. And the most important tip, and few people, maybe almost no one knows it, but you will know it. You need to have perfect listening skills. To learn these number of words or more, so that you can listen to English while doing something else. Okay, I think that you knew it. Actually, it isn't a new thing for you, but actually, let's go further. And you need to understand new English words in the context, but not only in the reading context. This way isn't perfect. Your aim is to be able to catch, to understand the meaning of new words in the listening context. It's a very important thing. So when actually we hear, okay, understand English words in context, students think only about reading context. It's wrong. It's very slow and it isn't so professional because we don't have so much time, so we can't spend hours reading. But we have time, to listen to different things while doing other things, and you need to understand the meaning of new words when you listen is the most important thing. And to achieve this, you need to have an advanced level of English, and then you'll be able to do it, but you need more and more listening practice. Keep this very important point in mind. So I think no one knows about it, but it's really the most important thing. So we don't have so much free time, so we can't learn these 50,000 English words only by reading, so we don't have so much time. It's impossible, but we can do it while listening, but we need to listen to more advanced materials. And to do this, you need to improve your level first, listen more. So learn English words in context, but not only in the reading context. It's very slow. In the listening context, both reading and listening context. Okay, my friends, I really hope that this information is extremely useful and you'll follow these tips to reach this level, proficiency. Thank you very much, my friends, and good luck. Hi, my friends. Welcome to the channel English Professionally, and this video course is how to speak English fluently in 10 days. Okay, thank you very much for your support. I really hope that you like this video, okay? So, are you ready to start? I hope so. I want to improve my speaking skills urgently. So I want to improve means I want to make them better. So I want to speak better. And urgently means as soon as possible. So I need to do it now. And I can't learn English for years. It means for a very long time. So for 3 years, for 5 years, it's too long to have a basic level in speaking. So to have means if I want to have a basic level in speaking, so the first level or the second level, so not such a high level in speaking. Firstly, the first thing, as you might guess. As you might guess means, so as you might know or as you know, I don't have so much time. Secondly, very nice phrases, okay? Secondly, I need an advanced level. Advanced level means the highest level in speaking. So I want to speak English really well. I'll never be satisfied with a basic level. So be satisfied means I will never be happy. I will never be happy about a basic level. So that's not for me, okay? Well, how much time do you have? Not much at all. So really not much, really not much. Can you say it more exactly? Can you say it more exactly? So just can you give me some details? So really, can you tell me how much time you have? Okay, just a little less than a couple of weeks. Couple of weeks means 2 weeks. Couple of means 2 weeks. A little less than 2 weeks or then 14 days. I think you know how to speak English fluently in 10 days. Okay? And you can really give me a hand. A nice phrase, give me a hand, means you can really help me. Right. I can help. I don't want to guarantee, so I don't want to guarantee that you'll be an advanced English speaker. So guarantee, it means that I don't want to tell you that you'll definitely do it, so that it's true for 100%. No. So it means that not maybe an advanced English speaker, but close to it, yeah, close to this level, but not maybe an advanced level, yeah. As I need, as means because, as I need to know much about your current level. So current level, so the level which you have now. But I do feel. Do means really. I do feel means, but I really feel it's possible. So it's possible, yeah, you can do it, to reach some fluency in English within 10 days. To reach some fluency, to become fluent in English, yeah? Within 10 days or in 10 days during this period of time. Okay, that suits me. It means that's okay, that's alright, that suits me, it's okay. It's suitable for me. I want to know more about it. Okay, there are some extremely useful tips that you need to know. So, extremely useful tips means very, very useful tips which you need to know. What are they? Don't think that learning English 1 hour a day will help you enormously or will help you greatly. It means that if you think that you learn 1 hour English 1 hour a day and it will be enough for you, no. So this thought or this idea is very naive. So in fact it isn't so, yeah, and it has no foundation. It has no foundation means actually there is no reason. There is no reason for thinking this way. No reason. Okay? If someone thinks you can learn English fast while learning English, it means while or when you learn English. When you learn English. When you learn English only. Okay, only 1 hour a day, it verges on the ridiculous. Yeah, it's a nice phrase, so you can say it verges on the ridiculous or it borders on the ridiculous. It means that it's ridiculous, it's absurd, so it's very naive, it's not true, so it's impossible. And in particular means in your case, in your situation, it's totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. It means that you can't accept it, so no way is it good for you, so it isn't good for you at all. Yeah, since means because you have such a time limit. Time limit, it means that you have such a time limit, so I remember that you need just you have just 2 days, yeah? So we're talking about it, okay? Good. What do you mean? So what do you want to say? What do you mean? Okay? I mean that you need to learn English much more than 1 hour a day. So 1 hour a day isn't enough. How much? I'm not a magician. I'm not a magician, okay? And I just want to be as realistic as possible, okay? So I really want to be realistic, okay? So if you have only 10 days, all day, so you need all day. Is it really possible? Why not? Why not? Don't learn English only in the classroom. If you do it, if you learn English only in the classroom, you always fall behind. Fall behind means you always, show worse results, so your results won't be so good, worse results than your classmates, yeah, results, so you fall behind, so not enough progress, so your progress won't be so good, and your results will be below average. Below average, so average, middle, so below average, so less or worse than middle. Okay, so not, you won't be a top student, not an average student. So yeah, so maybe you'll be one of the worst students, not so good. Okay, so the most important point is that, or the most important thing is that you need to think in English during the day. You need to start with translating separate words. Separate words means some words, okay, phrases, some phrases, and simple sentences. Yeah, you need to start with it. Really, it's a crucial point. It's a crucial point. It means the most important point. So you need to pay attention to it. Okay, it's a crucial point. Will it give me fluency? A great deal of fluency. It means lots of fluency. Yeah, you'll have another level of fluency. You know, I'll be straightforward. I'll be straightforward, or I'll be direct. So I'll tell you what I really think. Most students fail, so it means that they don't succeed, they don't have a good result, because they use traditional and ineffective methods which can only lead to slow progress. So ineffective methods which aren't good enough, which can only lead to slow progress. So as a result, you only have slow progress, you only make slow progress. Can you give me more details? Right. As a rule, students have just one book and they study it with a teacher who checks their progress. It's so slow. You depend on your teacher and other students too much. Really, it's a problem. You depend on it too much. So we used to express our negative feelings, to express our negative attitude. Okay, so it has also become a very profitable business. It means that profitable business which brings lots of money. Yeah, good profit. When it's said, it's passive voice. When people say, when it's said everywhere that only this method is the best one, or only this method is the best method, I mean learning in the classroom, I totally disagree with it. Okay, a nice phrase. So you can say, I don't agree with it, I disagree. Yeah, but if you want to emphasize, your idea, you can say, I totally, it sounds even stronger. I totally disagree with it. Yeah, so I don't agree with it at all. People often make money on education and on students. Make money on education students here. Yeah, they say that only learning English in the classroom with a teacher can bring the results you need, so can bring or can give you the results you need or you want, or you need to buy a special course. Yeah, you need to buy a special course which has a miraculous effect. Miraculous, which is full of miracles. So you need just to buy for a course, so it's no matter, I mean, it is online or offline, and you have this miraculous effect. Okay? Isn't it right? Isn't it right? Not at all. You'll make some progress, but it isn't very convenient for a teacher, or it isn't very comfortable, convenient, it isn't a good thing for a teacher to tell you that you can use these or those materials, so these or those materials, or some materials where you can also check yourself. It's a problem. So, what often happens in reality is that, so you need to wait, for a teacher, so no one can check your work, just only a teacher. It's a problem, so you need to have some materials where you can check yourself, so that you learn English by yourself, so without paying money, and do it effectively. Teachers often want you to come to them to pay, and it's a sad fact. or as people want you, yeah, to pay. It's a sad fact, yeah. So people aren't interested in your progress, but they are interested in your pocket, in your money. It's a sad fact, really. Not so good. Really? That's it. That's it. It means that's true. Almost no one is interested in it, or few people are interested in it. I mean, in giving you resources, I mean materials, information, advice, or even saying that you can learn English without a teacher. Yes, so just imagine it. So an English teacher tells you that okay, you can learn English without a teacher. So it can sound fantastic, unbelievable, but it's true, it's possible. So it isn't very convenient for a teacher to say so. It's a sad fact. So I suppose, I think it's a vitally important point. So it's a very, very important point. It's a crucial point, or it's a point of great importance, or it's a point of vital importance. A very, very important point. So you need to have a very clear idea in your mind that it mostly depends on you. Yeah, don't depend on the classroom. Okay, good. So are you against taking English classes? No way, no way. It means of course not. Of course not. Okay, I fully support them. I fully support these classes, so these lessons, if only, or on condition, if we have this condition, you're provided with all the necessary materials. So with all the materials you need to learn on your own, or to learn by yourself and effectively. The thing is that, or the fact is that, the problem is that you're often not given these materials. Yeah, it's a problem. So you don't see these materials, you don't know how to learn English by yourself. Yeah, or the materials aren't good enough. Yeah, it's another problem. So maybe you're given some materials, but what about the quality of these materials? Yeah, it's often so bad. Yeah, it's so sad. Okay, to sum up, so if we want to make a conclusion, I need to study all day for these 10 days, and I shouldn't, right? And I shouldn't be over dependent on my teacher. When I depend on him or her too much. Thinking English in English, or maybe not only in English, yeah, just trying to translate something, yeah, in my head, should be my regular practice, right? Is that all? Well, you need to do some more things. What is it? So what is it, okay? So you need to have lots of speaking practice during all these days. So lots of, or a lot of speaking practice. The more, the better. Or the more practice you have, the better. So it's a very important thing. So I can take lots of English lessons every day for more than 2 hours. Am I right? So yeah, when you have English lessons every day and they last for more than 2 hours, so am I right? So is it a good idea? So if you can afford it, it means if you have money to pay for it, it's an absolutely brilliant idea. It's an absolutely brilliant idea. It means it's a very, very good idea. So you can say it's a brilliant idea, or it's an absolutely brilliant idea to learn English with a teacher for more than 2 hours and every day. So personally, I have this experience. When students ask me just, actually to talk, to them in English and help them, and they just wanted, to study for more than 2, 3, or even 4 hours. Yeah, this practice can take place. Yeah. However, you don't necessarily need to do it. It means actually there is no need to do it, so you don't need to pay, so you don't need to take these English classes. So you can find different speaking partners. So the problem is that you can't reach fluency in English, or you can't get this fluency fast while talking just to one person. So you need to, I mean, to have different people to talk to, different speaking partners. You need to get used to different speaking partners, not just to one person. Yeah, it's a very important thing. Yeah, it sounds reasonable. So reasonable, it means that really I think it's a good idea. Yeah, good idea. Okay, so thanks. Let me go on, or let me continue. Okay. I also guess you can't think in English and speak English all day. So I also think so. It's very difficult. Okay. So it can be really tiring, or yeah, it can be really exhausting. You'll get tired or exhausted very quickly, as means because it's a very intensive training. So maybe you want to do it, you have this desire, but it's very difficult, yeah, for your head. Yeah. Okay, so what are you suggesting? You also need to listen to English speech a lot, no matter what you do. So when you do other things, okay, only these things, not only. It is often said that you can reach fluency in English without good grammar. Okay, yeah, it's wrong. If you don't, yeah, it's wrong if you don't live in an English-speaking country. Yeah, so it's very easy, for native speakers to say so. Yeah, just you don't need any grammar at all. Yeah, since they've been living in this English-speaking country for a while, so for a very long time. But you know that your story is different, and you need to learn everything. You need to know grammar, basic grammar first, but not only basic. It's a very important thing. Okay, so how can you explain it? I mean that if you're unsure about something, you'll have to make pauses. Really. Maybe you want to say something in English, but you're unsure. Maybe it is right, maybe it isn't, and you make pauses. Yeah, your speech won't seem natural and fast enough. Yeah, you'll be speaking slowly. What else can you say? You shouldn't be afraid of mistakes. Show me a person who doesn't make mistakes. Your main aim or your main task is to express your point of view. You need to say what you think and get your message across. So get your message across is a nice phrase, so you need to explain it to another person so that they understand your message or your idea and get your message across. You also need to focus on most important words and phrases. Yeah, most important. You can't know everything. Please, don't learn unimportant words, don't do it, yeah, which are never used, and don't learn unnecessary phrases. So phrases maybe which are only in books, yeah, you don't need them. You can waste lots of time. So all in all, or in conclusion, you need to do everything which has already been mentioned above, yeah. So we are talking about it, or been talking it, I think, yeah, very productively to reach more fluency in English. Okay, so I really hope that you follow these tips and you enjoy our lessons on the channel English Professionally, and I want to wish you good luck, my friends. See you. Bye. Hi my friends, welcome to the channel English Professionally, and this video is for you, and it's extremely important. It's how to speak English fluently. Yeah, one easy way. So really there is an easy way how you can do it. Okay, really, let's talk about it. So, I'm absolutely delighted to talk to you. A good phrase, so you know that we focus on English speaking practice, we also focus on grammar, vocabulary, and we discuss very interesting things. So I'm absolutely delighted means, so I'm very pleased to talk to you, so it's really a very good idea. It's a very good chance, or it's a very good opportunity. I am absolutely delighted to talk to you. Yeah, nice phrase. So welcome. I'm really glad to help you. I've been teaching English since I was 17. So it means that I started teaching English when I was 17. and I'm really proud of my students' achievements or of my students' results. Yeah, of my students' results. So the results are great, so, and it's a reason to be proud of. Okay, so what are we going to talk about? So really, tell me how to become fluent in English really fast. What should I do? So what is this easy way? So really, there is a lot actually said about it, and we need actually to find out all the truth. Good. Okay, so I have a question for you. Have you read or heard about it? Have you read or heard something about, how to become fluent in English, how to speak English fluently? So what do you know about it? Sure, a lot is said about it. So a lot is said, means people often say about it something, say something about it, they talk about it a lot. And I mostly hear some tips or advice from native speakers of English and from non-native speakers of English too. So it's the opposite thing. So native speakers and non-native speakers of English too. So I tried to follow them. It means that I tried to follow these tips, but I do feel means I really feel I need to improve my method. So I need maybe to test something different. So I need to try maybe one more method, interesting and effective method. So what can you say about it? What can you say about it really? So how can I do it? What should I do? Well, so the fact is, yeah, good phrase, that it's very easy to advise something, or it's very easy to recommend something for native speakers, yeah, but there are some unanswered questions. It means that, so yeah, we often hear different, recommendations, we hear some advice, yeah, but actually it isn't so clear, and so there are some important aspects I'd like to draw your attention to. I'd like to draw your attention to them. So what do you mean? So the problem is that when you hear different recommendations from native speakers, you need to understand that they were born in an English-speaking country, and they learned English another way, not like you. So they learned English another way. And most importantly, and the most important thing, that they don't have experience of learning English. They don't have experience of learning English, yeah, like non-native speakers actually do. It's a very important thing. So when you hear, different recommendations, please keep in mind this fact. So is it really suitable for you? Yeah, it's a very important point. Is it important? Extremely important. So extremely important means it's very, very important, okay? Just imagine this situation. Really, let's imagine this situation. There are two people who know English perfectly. So they both have an advanced level in English, so a strong advanced level, so it's called proficiency. The first person has lived in England or America all his life, so he is a native speaker, while the second person has learned English as a second language or as a foreign language. Who can help you more to speak English fluently and correctly? Yeah, why am I asking you this question? So the problem is that mostly people, people mostly listen to native speakers of English, and actually they take everything for granted. So it's a nice phrase, they take everything for granted. It means that they believe everything, but they don't really understand how it works. Really, and okay, let's answer this question because there are some very important points. So you need to know who can help you more to speak English fluently and correctly. So I think a native speaker. So really, it's good. Why do you think so? Really good. So if you have, if you have some practice with a native speaker, it's great. It's great. But there are disadvantages of it, there are some minuses of it you need to know, and there are other more effective ways, I would say, what you can do and what you can do for free, and we'll be covering these points in this video lesson. Yeah, but just let's develop this idea. So, why do you think so? I can hear lots of natural speech full of useful expressions. So it's it's a very common reason. So people say, okay, so we need to actually to listen to natural English. We need to listen to natural phrases and expressions. Because, you know, if we look at non-native speakers of English, they often use unnatural phrases and unnatural expressions. Yeah, but if you actually have this idea in your mind, I have a question. So if these people, if both these people, I mean, if they have a strong advanced level, so it's called proficiency, and they know English perfectly, and if this non-native speaker of English knows English perfectly, what's the problem? He also uses natural phrases, natural expressions. It's the same, but the difference is that he has learned English like you, and he knows about the methods of learning English, what's extremely important. So my level is about intermediate, and I want to have advanced English speaking practice. These are my main reasons. So it's a good idea, but you know that so it's very difficult to find a native speaker to talk to, yeah? And so if you want to have advanced English speaking practice, you need to have an advanced partner. I mean, a partner who has an advanced English level, and it's okay. And it's okay, so it can be a native speaker or a non-native speaker. It's okay too. So you see. And I want to tell you that it's quite understandable, so it's easy to understand it, it's easy to understand your point of view, and I share your view. It means that I agree with you. I share your view that we mostly catch real language from native speakers. It's a very important point. Yeah, but you don't need to pay all the time and everywhere to catch these natural phrases. You just need to listen to real English. Yeah, and you can do it online. So why are you so sure that you just need to pay for it? Yeah, and I want to tell you the following. That yeah, it's an important point, but don't think that 5 or 10 English conversations with native speakers will help you a lot and you learn all the necessary phrases for a fluent English speech. No way! So really, no way. Do you know how many topics exist? So maybe you can, you know, speak about sport, you can talk about sport, 1 lesson or 2 lessons, maybe then, you know, about weather and so on. But there are thousands and thousands of topics, it's thousands and thousands of lessons, and there are more and more difficult situations. It's a lot. So only these lessons won't help. It's too little. It's too little, and no. So what does it all mean? What does it all mean? Please correct me if I'm mistaken, really, please correct me, so maybe my idea is wrong. Yes, just, you know, I tried to express my idea, tried to express my point of view. So if you have a different idea, please let me know, or if you agree, please write about it in the comments too. Yeah, correct me if I'm mistaken, but from my own experience, I can tell you the following. So I have some experience, yes, I want to tell you the following thing. So right, I've come to the following conclusion. Yeah, I've come to the following conclusion. It means that I have these conclusions, so I have something to tell you. If you just need fluency, if you need to speak English fluently, it means fast, without thinking a lot, yeah, and spontaneously, it's a great idea to practice English with a native speaker. It's a great idea. So you have lots of English speaking practice, it's okay. So if you live in an English speaking country, it's great. Yeah, it's great. Why not? But the thing is that it can't replace your educational process completely. So, and it isn't only because, you know, it's expensive. So there are some problems too, which actually you need to work on. So yeah, you can pay a lot of money for it, but I'm sure that you'll get actually a result which you really want. Are you so sure? So I'm not so sure, and I'll tell you why. So is that it can't replace your educational process completely. So, and as far as I understand, yeah, to become fluent in English, I need to have lots of practice with native speakers. So it's one way, we actually just talked about it. So really, to have so much English practice, if you really need to have lots of English speaking practice, you need to live in an English speaking country. But this method isn't for everyone, really. So if you actually take some private lessons, so it isn't enough. So it's good, but it isn't enough. So if you really want to have lots of practice, you need to live, for example, in England, America, Canada, or in countries like this. And you see that it can be for half a year, for a year, for 2 years. So, but not for a week or 2 weeks. It's, it's still little. But this method isn't for everyone. Most students can't do it for many reasons. So, firstly, maybe they can't afford it, so it's expensive, and maybe they can't leave their family, they can't leave their home, and other problems. And so, really, why should you do it if there are more effective methods? And you can actually learn English quite comfortably, sitting actually on your chair. Why not? And moreover, it costs a lot. It costs a lot. So I absolutely agree. I think that you absolutely agree. And I also have to tell you that you can pay for private lessons with native speakers. It's good. So if you have money, no problem. You can take English lessons. So I believe that there are two ways. So it can be a non-native speaker of English who has a very high English level, so a strong advanced English level. So the problem we have that there are lots of teachers who don't have this level, so the English level isn't so high, it's really low, and it's a problem. So only a strong advanced English level, and not just words. I mean that he should confirm his knowledge, maybe he has an international certificate or so, but not just words. So only words mean nothing. It's an important point. Or so he or she must be a native speaker. So if you have money, why not? It can be good for additional practice. Why not? So it can improve your fluency, but it won't solve all your problems completely. It's good, but it isn't enough. So you can pay money, but you'll be still having problems. How can it be? How can it be? And really, how can you actually reach real fluency in English? So as I know, so there is one important problem. Really, as I know, native speakers mostly have an interesting conversation, but they don't correct all your mistakes. It's a real problem. So you can have an interesting conversation, but are you sure that all your mistakes will be corrected? So naturally, I have the following question. So you can improve your fluency, but do we need our speech full of mistakes? So, and I know that I can tell you from my experience that actually your big mistakes will be corrected, but not all the mistakes, and you won't know that, and you won't know, it means you will not know that your English is incorrect. So it's a terrible feeling. So I haven't thought about it. I know that students make lots of mistakes, but should they be left uncorrected? So I believe you need to understand that your English is correct, and if your English isn't correct, if your English is incorrect, you also need to know it. Why should you have your speech full of mistakes? Really, I can't understand it. And I believe the real aim of a teacher isn't just to spend time with the student, having a lovely conversation and getting money for it. So a student must understand what mistakes he makes. He or she should know all his mistakes so that he or she can improve. Really, no, it's just an illusion. You just imagine it. Okay, so you spend time with a native speaker, you talk about something, so okay, just it's it's a good practice for fluency, but you make mistakes. So actually I can't say that all of them are corrected, maybe 10% or so. And what is it? So is it a real, a phenomenal result? I doubt. How can it be if it's actually full of mistakes? I mean, if your speech is full of mistakes? No. Doesn't it happen? Really, based on many real situations, it doesn't happen. It means that we actually observe this situation again and again. So you can learn some natural phrases from native speakers, but it isn't enough. It's too little to have a natural English speech and speak spontaneously in all possible situations. Simply enough, it's impossible. Really, sometimes you can actually, just buy this course and you'll speak English fluently. But this course maybe contains, 100 phrases, 200 phrases. It's too little. Actually, if you know these phrases, it isn't enough. It isn't enough. It's too little. So fluency in English isn't about it. It won't help you. It won't help you a lot. So what can we do in this situation? So don't fall into the trap of thinking that you can become really fluent in English this way. So don't fall into the trap of thinking. It means don't think. Don't think, don't think, and many people think about it, and it's a mistake, but don't think that you can become really fluent in English this way. It's a big lie. So it's a big lie, really. People lie, and I think that you know it. Not all people honest. So it's a big business. It's a big business. It's a big lie. It's a big business, and people sell their secret course or secret courses, investing lots of money in advertising. Yeah, and it's a real pity to see that a person or his progress isn't interesting for them. So do you think that really you are interesting for them, or your progress is interesting for them? Are you so sure? Maybe you just actually a tool in their hands, and they make money because of you. Really, what is interesting? Your money and your pocket. So, and usually how it happens, so people start describing some secret methods which can really help you, and only these methods work. And as for me, I believe that you should use a combination of different methods. I'm not telling you that my method is perfect, no. Just you can try different methods, you can compare them and see where you make real progress, yeah? Okay, and they start describing some secret methods which can really help you become fluent, and only this thing can help. So there are two possible ways which are often advertised. So you need to pay for a secret course. So this course is really good. It's such a wonderful opportunity, such an amazing opportunity. Don't miss this course, only now, 50% discount or so. Well, so there is lots of useful stuff which is free online, and I just don't understand why people pay. Yeah, just I see lots of victims of advertising. Victims, I mean people who suffered from advertising, so because of advertising, victims. So, and you need to take lessons. So actually a lot is said about this, just you need to take lessons, pay money, and I often hear, so if you want to know English, you need only to pay. You only need to pay. No, my friends, no, you don't need to pay. You can learn English for free. There are millions and millions of examples, and I hope there will be billions of examples soon. It's possible. You don't need to pay. It's an illusion. So yeah, let's actually do something about this lie. And what's your idea? So I believe it's expensive, yeah, and often ineffective. Yeah, it can be, yeah. It can take place, yeah, for additional practice, for extra practice, but most importantly, it's a slow way of improving your English if you use only these methods. So one English course, short English course won't help you a lot. So are you sure that your English will be correct? Absolutely correct? I doubt. So you shouldn't take everything for granted. You shouldn't believe everyone and everywhere. So listen, you need to listen to non-native speakers of English too, who have come a long way to reach proficiency in English, who have reached a strong advanced level. It's a very important thing, because they really know how to learn, and they have learned the language like you. Really, I see, don't ignore their experience. They really know what structures and methods you need to use. Learning a foreign language isn't so easy. Personally, I just can't understand, and really it's difficult for me to understand how a person can teach English if he or she hasn't really learned it. Really, if I just can't understand it. So, okay, so maybe it's easier to have a conversation. So in my mother tongue it's easy, but how can I teach English if I haven't learned it? So it's very difficult, and there isn't enough understanding of students' needs. It's actually, we also often see it among native speakers. So okay, so it's easy to have a conversation, but what about a really effective method of learning? What about grammar structures, grammar? What about actually experience, successful experience of learning? Where is it? So really I can't understand it. Okay, so it's just my idea. So maybe you have a different idea, but it's very really so. And the question was so a native speaker or a non-native speaker of English. So it's your choice. But I believe that you need to know something which can really help you become fluent in English, and we'll talk about it quite soon in more detail. Yeah, with more details. So okay, so trust professional experts. Don't think that buying English courses or taking English lessons will solve all your problems immediately. No. Okay, what are other alternatives? So to become fluent in English, you need to hear lots of natural English speech. Yeah, so when you take an English lesson, it's just 1 hour or just 1 hour and a half. Yeah, but you can listen to it for free. Just turn on the radio or watch some programs and watch it with subtitles first. And really, it's an amazing practice. You need to hear lots of natural English speech. So interesting as it may seem, you don't need to pay for it. We live in the 21st century, only this. And there is one more important thing, so the most important thing, so really an easy way. So there is one more important point. So this easy way is about it too. You need to know grammar perfectly. So really I don't understand. So I mean that so native speakers, as I know, mostly focus on fluency, and actually they pay little attention to grammar. But it's such a terrible feeling to think, oh, so maybe the sentence is correct, maybe it's incorrect. And, it causes actually lots of confusion. And I feel so confused, uncomfortable, and awkward. So, you see, I don't really like it. So I need to be sure that my English is correct. So if I have this feeling, yeah, so my English will be really fluent. Otherwise, I'll have this kind of fear of this kind of confusion, embarrassment. It's terrible. So only if your grammar is good enough, you can be sure that your English is good, yeah, and it will give you more confidence, and you won't be afraid of speaking. So you need to work on your grammar, and you need to improve all aspects of grammar, not only tenses. So people think, okay, we need to learn English tenses and that's it. No, just I believe maybe it's 10% of English grammar. Right, and the most important thing, so if you follow these tips and other tips on our channel, I think that you won't look awkward, yeah, or uncomfortable or embarrassed, and you won't feel embarrassed, and you won't be in clumsy situations anymore, so in funny situations which you don't like, yeah, which you want to avoid actually happening. Okay, thank you very much, my friends. Thanks for attention. So I really hope that you like this video, so you can share it with your friends, and just actually I look forward to your comments, to your feedback. Thank you very much, my friends, for your great support. Thank you. See you. Hi, welcome to the channel English Professionally, and you see that this video is called How to Learn English in 1 month, really? So how to do it, and I really hope it's a good idea, to talk about it. Yeah, really, welcome to the channel English Professionally. You can also join me on Facebook, so all the links are in the description below. Yeah, so you can join me, I'll be glad if you do it. Okay, so really, how can we learn English in 1 month, not in 2 months, not in 3 months, not in half a year, not in a year, but just in 1 month, yeah, so in about 30 days. So all the information in this video lesson, yeah, you see, is made like an English conversation, yeah, so you will know it, yeah, in this English conversation, it's a very good English speaking practice. Okay, so please watch all the video and don't forget to leave a comment below expressing your point of view, so you agree or you don't agree, so maybe you have a different experience. Yeah, write something so positive or negative, so it's important. Yeah, and you know that you can put a like, yeah, and share it with your friends on Facebook, and you can also join me, so I'll be happy. Yeah, so I'll be really glad. So yeah, so this is an English conversation, okay? So for our speaking skills, how to learn English in 1 month? Is it possible or is it real? Okay, I think it's impossible. So it means that I think it isn't real or it's unreal. I can hardly believe that someone can do it. Yeah, a good speaking phrase. So I can hardly believe. So it isn't hard. Yeah, we say work hard. It means a lot, but hardly means that I can hardly believe means I don't believe it at all, or I can't believe it. It's very difficult. So yeah, it's almost impossible to believe it that someone can do it. Why do you think so? Why do you think so? So, or what's your opinion? So why do you think so? The answer is quite simple. People learn English for years and they can't know it perfectly. They can't know it very well, yeah, perfectly or very well. So you're telling me that it's possible to do it in 1 month? It's absolutely ridiculous. So what is ridiculous or absurd? Yeah, so it can't be so. It can't be true. It's absolutely ridiculous. So really, how can it be? Okay, really, how can it be? Next, I have to disagree with you. It means that, so I disagree with you. So have to is a modal verb. It means must. I must disagree with you. Or I have to disagree with you. So we often use this phrase. I have to disagree with you. I suppose or I think, yeah, that it's possible or it's real, but people don't know how to do it. If you have this knowledge, or if you know it, I'm sure it will open your eyes. It sounds quite interesting, okay? So you can say it's interesting or it's very interesting, but you know, this phrase is very good for speaking. So you can say it sounds interesting, it sounds very interesting, it sounds quite interesting. Tell me what I should know. So, okay, so what does it mean to learn English? People have different English levels. Let's look, you know, okay, so let's look at 4 different people. For example, Max has an intermediate level. He speaks English quite well and he can communicate with other people. Yeah, a good phrase. Communicate with other people without any big problems. So he can say, I learned English. Yeah, I learned English, so my English is perfect, okay? Right. I also think it's easy to reach this level. It won't take you plenty of time. Plenty of means lots of or a lot of time, yeah? It won't take you long. So if you learn it effectively. Also, what does it mean effectively? It means that you know the right way of learning English. You know the right method of learning English. You know how to learn it fast, yeah? And it isn't only words, so it's true. I absolutely agree with you. Okay, anyway, let's look at Tom. He has an upper intermediate level and his vocabulary is much wider or bigger, yeah? And his grammar is much better. He makes mistakes sometimes. Yeah, we say make mistakes. He makes mistakes sometimes, but small ones. So what is ones? It's small mistakes, yeah? So we use it not to repeat mistakes, yeah? Small mistakes or small ones, okay? He can say, I learned English. That's absolutely right. A very nice phrase, so absolutely right. I absolutely agree with you. Let me finish. One more nice phrase. Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. No problem. So, let's look at Kate. She has an advanced level. Her English is almost perfect, but there is one small thing. She doesn't know it like a native speaker. So who is a native speaker? It's a person who was born and and lived in England, for example, or in the United States, or in Australia, or in an English-speaking country. I see what you mean. People have different levels, and they can say that they learned English, but it isn't the same in all these cases or in all these situations. Absolutely means yes or right. Yeah, yes, right. So, my English teacher can also say that he learned English. By the way, so you use this phrase when you want to add something, so by the way, so he really knows it like a native speaker. So it's really rare nowadays. So rare means not common. So you can meet it only sometimes. Yes, you know that teachers teach English, but not all of them, unfortunately know it, English like a native speaker or like an educated native speaker, who has a good education. It's also very important. Okay, so next. So what is next? Okay, I would say, so it means that I can say so. So what can we do in this situation? So you want to say that it's possible to learn English in 1 month. It's very important to set an aim in the beginning. So set an aim or have an aim in the beginning. Okay? Sure, it means of course, or certainly, or I absolutely agree with you. As I understood, so I understand it this way. As I understood, our aim is to learn English in 1 month. Certainly, or sure, of course. Next, we need to understand whether we can achieve it or not. Okay? So we use whether, So if there is a choice, with or not. So it's English grammar. Have a look, please, at our playlist on English grammar. So it's very important, okay? Okay, and also, let me know what other subjects you are interested in, So you see, to be frank or to be honest, so I want to be honest with you, I want to be open, I'm absolutely sure, a nice phrase, I'm absolutely sure, it means I'm really sure that it's possible if learning English means having an intermediate level, okay? If learning English means having an intermediate level, okay? So, in other words, I think it's possible to learn English in 1 month, so, if it means to reach an intermediate level, so, an intermediate, but, it's quite a good level. It's quite a good level, so, intermediate level or so, it means, or about intermediate level, so maybe, lower, upper intermediate level, but not super advanced. So it's a lot. I think it's enough. So really, intermediate level is a very good level. I'm sure that lots of people dream about this result. How to do it? There are several conditions. And steps you need to take. So there are several conditions and steps. So you need to do some things. Conditions, or things that you need to do. So you'll do these things and you can learn it, okay? So what are you talking about, or what are these things? Good phrase, what are you talking about? First, so the first thing, you need to have special abilities. So it's very important. So what is abilities? It means that, you should have, this ability. So, some people learn languages, for a very long time and they can't do it. But some, people can do it quickly or very quickly. So if you are among these people who can do it quickly or very quickly, so you can do it. But if if it's really so difficult for you to learn maybe 10 words, 15 words a day, so it will be difficult for you. It will be difficult or impossible. But if you can learn easily, so no problem, okay? So to understand everything very quickly and memorize it and remember it, okay? So, okay, so this phrase is, so don't get me wrong, yeah? So we explain it. You don't need to be a genius. So it means very, very clever, very, very smart. But you need to be able. So you must, or yeah, to understand everything very quickly and memorize it. So you must understand everything very quickly and memorize it. So if you do it, no problem, okay? It's the first condition or the first thing. Well, I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure that I'm so good at foreign languages. Yeah, we say good at. I'm not so good at foreign languages. So does it mean that I won't learn English in 1 month? Yeah, a good question. So I wouldn't like to be cruel, yeah, but I'd like to say it directly, no. Cruel, it means that I would like to say something maybe unpleasant. So, but that's true, okay? But what is true? So I wouldn't like to be cruel, but I'd like to say it directly. So I mean that without hiding anything. So I'd like to be open. I'd like to be sincere. No, no, okay? So it's just this idea, okay? So if you can't understand everything quickly or very quickly, if you have a terrible memory, so you can't do it in 1 month. So you can do it, but maybe you'll need 2 months or 3 months, but not in 1 month. So it's just this idea, okay? But it's also possible. So it makes me feel depressed. So it makes me feel depressed. Good phrase. It makes me feel depressed. There is no reason for it, okay? You'll achieve this aim anyway, yeah? You'll achieve this aim, so you'll have this result anyway, but it will take you more time, okay? We talked about it. Everyone can learn English, yeah? I also think so, and you? I see means I understand, okay? What's the second condition? Yeah, it was the first condition. So what's the second condition? You need to have lots of free time. If you can study English just 2 hours a day, it won't be enough to reach this result. So quickly, you need to study it all day long or almost all this time. Okay, so you understand. So that, if, learning English in a year or in half a year is okay for you, so you can maybe learn it 2 hours a day or 2-3 hours a day. So if you want to learn it in half a year or in a year, yeah, right? But if you really want to do it in a month, you need to spend more time on it. So 2 hours isn't enough, so you need to spend more time on it. I understand you. I'm ready to do it. I'll go on holiday and I think I can try it. Great. That's the best solution, or that's the best decision. If you study or work, you need to take a break. Otherwise, otherwise means if you don't do it, you won't be able to concentrate, so you can't concentrate on the learning process. So you know that, so when you work very hard, you think about your work, or when you study very hard, you think about your studies, and it's very difficult to start thinking about other things. You just need to escape from from it. I mean, actually, to escape from the city, maybe to go to another place or stop working, and then you can really start learning very effectively, and you'll be able to do it all day. I see. What else? Or what should I do in the beginning? So you need to learn effectively. Effectively means to find the best method, to find the best strategy, the most effective one, so it's easy to understand it. You can learn English on the channel. So our main channel is English Professionally. It's our main channel. You can learn English on the channel English Professionally. Good, very good. Well, next, There are amazing courses on this channel, means very good courses, amazing courses on this channel. I know lots of people who improved their English greatly. I mean, who made, who made their English better, so the English got better, or the English became better, thanks to English professionally, or because of English professionally. Well, theoretically, or in theory, it can work, but I need someone to control me. So I mean that these words are very good, but it's very difficult to do it if you don't have a person who can check, who can check your progress, who can check your work. Yeah, that's it. If you want a great result as quickly as possible, it means soon, really soon, you need to invest. You need to invest in your future. So if you have money and you can afford it, so and you can pay this money, so you can pay money, it's better to find an English teacher. A professional English teacher with vast, means with great, vast, successful experience, so with lots of successful experience, okay? So it means that you really need to have a very good teacher, who can do it, but I think that not everyone can do it. Okay, so I would name this person a coach or a trainer, So so we can say an English teacher or a coach or a trainer. So in other words, so you know that there is a big difference between a teacher and a coach, So I think that you know this difference. Do you know it? Teachers usually teach using some basic or more advanced, more difficult methods, which are quite widespread. So it means that which are quite common, which are available for everyone, which aren't difficult. So they use some programs, and many people use these programs. Okay, many people use these programs. It isn't a secret. I see. So coaches use more advanced methods, and help you achieve your aims. They take into account everything, So your previous experience. So when they teach you, they look at everything, or take into account everything. They look at everything, Your previous experience, so your experience in the past, your life, your abilities, it's what you can do, your aims, so what you are going to have in the future. So the main task is to help you understand. So the main task is to help you understand, to achieve your aim. So very important thing, okay? So maybe you can, take 100 English lessons and you can pay money for it, and so your progress will be slow, but maybe you can have 1 or 2 lessons and the teacher will tell you so how to learn English. He'll make a program, for you, when he knows your abilities, your aims, so what you really need. It's another thing. So it can be done in 2 lessons, but not in 100 lessons. And I also think so, So 100 lessons can be ineffective, while 2, lessons can be so effective that it will open your eyes. It will open your eyes, really. So they give you their personal attention. Okay? It's a new trend. So it's a new trend, teacher or a coach. Okay, good. So what else? I wish I had such a coach. So wish is the second conditional. So you know that we use past simple. So you know that this English lesson is for English speaking. It's a very good English speaking practice, but it's also very good for grammar and vocabulary. And you say I wish plus past simple. So I wish I had a house maybe in New York, or I wish I had my own island, my own island, an island which could belong to me. So I wish I had $1 million, or I wish I could help everyone in the world, who suffer and who are in need. So okay, so wish plus past simple. So do you mean a personal one? It's like in business. So there are lots of books about business. People read these books, but they don't know how everything works in practice. So there are real secrets. So I think you know that there are some real secrets, and these secrets aren't written in books, yeah. But you know that it's really so, yeah. So the problem is that, so if a person really knows very important things, so great secrets, I think that he won't share it with others. So okay, so it often happens this way. So business gurus or business experts, so people who know everything about business, know the secrets, and they won't share these secrets with other people. Yeah, that's obvious. Yes, that's clear. That's clear. Yeah, it's easy to understand it. Most English teachers won't share their knowledge with you for free. So won't give you their knowledge, yeah, with you for free. Yeah, but we're doing it here for free, so you can take this, yeah, knowledge. It's for free, and I hope that the quality is very, very high, supreme quality. You just need to watch this video lessons, to take notes. It's a very good, yeah, lessons, and it's a good idea if you watch different lessons on different topics, and you will be stronger and stronger. So yeah, as they say, day by day. So yeah, and the second problem is that it's very difficult to find this person who can teach English perfectly. Yeah. So the first problem is that sometimes, people ask lots of money for something simple. Yeah. For example, so you don't know, past simple or future simple, or you don't know, gerund or some grammar. It's very simple, and people ask lots of money for these simple things. And really, so why do you need to pay for it? I don't understand. Okay, but maybe you need to pay, but you can. I think that you need to have an opportunity to learn it for free. Okay, and so this channel English Professionally offers this opportunity. Okay, and you can follow us on Facebook too. So all the links are in the description. So anyway, it usually costs lots of money. I don't have this money. Yes, the second, yeah. I see most people can't afford to take these, yeah, can't afford or can't pay. Most people can't pay, yeah, for these lessons. So it's a vicious circle. Yeah. So, people usually think that, okay, we really want to know English, and we could do it, but we don't have money, and it's very difficult to find a good teacher. So maybe we can pay little money, but that a very good teacher usually asks lots of money, and you can't do it because you don't have money. Yeah, and people often think so, but that's not true. So you can learn English for free, and so really I think so. So you see, good lessons usually cost big money. If you take ordinary lessons or simple lessons, the quality is usually worse, very bad. Sometimes it can be a waste of time, yeah. So you can pay little money. Maybe you think that you'll save, some money, but you won't have any result. You won't have any progress, yeah, and it's really bad. What should I do? I can give you an example of a very good way of improving your listening skills, of improving your listening skills. So how you can make your listening skills better. So how you can how you can understand other people who speak English. So watch more videos on this channel where you can listen to the text and see it at the same time. It's a very good English listening practice. Really, it's amazing. So it's so effective. So you just need to try, and you'll see the result immediately. So almost immediately or soon. Okay. So to sum up, or in conclusion, if you have money, it's better to invest it. So if you need the result urgently or now, yeah, for example, in 1 month or urgently soon, so as soon as possible, you can have a coach or a trainer, who will help you choose the best way of learning English for you. You'll also have mostly speaking practice with him, yeah. So I also think so. If you take some English lessons, So it's very important to speak, yeah. So you can learn some grammar, but not, you know, just eat during all the lessons. So you mostly need to speak, yeah. And you know, if I look at my teaching experience, at my vast teaching experience, you know, great teaching experience, that I believe that first of all, it's very important to speak only English. It's very important, yeah, to study grammar, but it's not the most important thing. So the most important thing, so what is it? It's speaking. So you need to speak as much as you can, and not you know, your teacher, yeah, not your trainer, not your coach, but you, yeah. Okay, you also have mostly speaking practice with him. Next, you can take lessons which last longer, for instance 3 or 4 hours. Yeah, it's good if you really need to learn English as soon as possible or urgently. I suppose it's better to focus on speaking. So as far as grammar is concerned, or as for grammar, you can watch different videos and do exercises without him. So really, you can watch some videos, for example, on this channel, and it's so easy. It's so easy to understand these structures, so the explanations are very clear. You just need more practice, more speaking practice. So okay, so I got your idea, or I understood you. So maybe there is one more good thing. So I can go, yeah, I can go to an English speaking country and live there for a month. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Okay, so I'm sure, you know, I'm sure it's good. But if you're an absolute beginner, so I mean, if you know nothing about English, it won't help you much. So you need to know the translation, and most importantly, so the most important thing, you need to have an individual approach. An individual approach. So, you know, the teacher needs to know more, yeah, about your abilities, about your aims. So I'm sure that learning English abroad is very effective if your aim is to break down the language barrier, yeah. So maybe you're afraid of speaking and you need, you know, to start speaking English. It can be a good practice. So if you know nothing about English, it will take you much more than 1 month to learn this language there, I mean abroad, in another country. I share your point of view, or I agree with you. I know it's very difficult to learn English all day. You need to have breaks, but you also need to study very hard. Yeah, it's also important. Have breaks, yeah? So you can drink a cup of tea or go out, and then you'll start learning English again. So it will bear fruit. So you'll see some result. It's a phrase. You will see some result. It will bear fruit. So what can you say in conclusion, in the end? Okay. So our conclusion, so which consists of, so how many points? Of 8 points. So 8 mini conclusions. Well, so what is well? First, you need to understand that we are talking about intermediate level, so yeah, to learn English. Secondly, you need to have special abilities. You need to be really good at languages. It goes without saying. It means it's of course, that's clear. Only it. Moreover, it means in addition to it, or I'd also like to add, you need, it's the next thing, yeah, so you need to have plenty of free time, lots of free time. If you work or study very hard, this idea isn't for you. So you see that you need to go on holiday, maybe, yeah, to find more time. It's very important to choose the right method. It's very important to choose the right method of learning English. It's also true. So you can learn English maybe for years, but without any result because you do it ineffectively. So next, it's desirable to have a coach, so a trainer or a person who can guide you, so who can tell you what to do and how to learn. Study English systematically and have breaks. So some students learn English very hard one day, all day, and then they stop doing it for a week, and then they start doing it again. No, yeah. If you want actually to have a great result, so you need to do another thing. So things don't work this way. So use good resources such as English Professionally. So it's a good resource, really. Our channel English Professionally. So you see, and you know that you can also follow us on Facebook. Yeah. So let our community so grow. Yeah, so our community is growing, you see. And you know that really there are lots of videos on English grammar for beginners, for intermediate students. So, and you know, you won't see just short videos. It's video courses. It's another thing. It's, you know, it's 1 hour, 2 hours, but it's very effective. It's another thing. So you can watch a short video but learn one small thing. But I think that it's a good idea to watch a long video, a full course. Well, you learn everything about this or that subject. Well, next, have more speaking practice with your coach, yeah, if you have it. So, or you can find a speaking partner, not necessarily an English teacher, so you don't need to pay money, you can find a speaking partner, okay? So I'll give you a short comment. So you can have practice with other people, but they won't correct your mistakes, it's just this difference. And you can copy their mistakes too. But, you know, I think it isn't a problem, so you'll study grammar, and so you'll be making fewer and fewer mistakes. It isn't a problem at all. So, and you see, yeah, more points here, more points. Next, 9, do different exercises on grammar. It's important, yeah. So, and you know that we also try to include different exercises in our video courses. It isn't just a video, yeah, it's often so a video course with exercises. And read some simplified books, adapted books, yeah. I mean, written for different levels, beginners, pre-intermediate, so start with it. It's also a good practice. If you can listen to them at the same time, it's an advantage, yeah? So find these CD books or audio books, yeah? Yeah, so but not in the original. So last but not least, if something goes wrong, don't give up. So don't feel depressed, don't give up, please, really. Go on doing it, continue doing it, phrasal verb. Have a look at our phrasal verbs. A playlist on phrasal verbs. Believe in yourself. So believe in yourself. So you say to yourself, so, you know, I can do it. I can do it. So it's possible to do it. So believe in yourself. So maybe, yeah, you won't learn English in a month. It can take longer. So maybe you learn English so in half a year, and that's also good. Also good. So half a year. So it's possible. Okay, so I think that this English conversation is really helpful. Thanks for your support, thanks for likes, thanks for your thanks for your shares, yeah, and thanks for sharing this video on Facebook and on other social networks. Okay, so you know that I'll be with you and I'll be staying with you, yeah, and I hope that our community will be growing, and actually you'll be making, yeah, good progress, and one day you'll say, okay, I'm so happy, I know English completely fluently, I can speak English completely fluently, and I can, you know, speak English without any mistakes at all, because you'll have a strong advanced level in English. So it's a very good, yeah, dream, and you know that so it's such a good thing when our dreams come true, and I'll be really glad for you. Is the mission of this channel, yeah, is the mission of this channel to help you believe in yourself, to help you learn English, and to make you enjoy learning English, and you know, just to have a good time together. Okay, so really I'm full of positive emotion, just positive, and you know, I'll try to continue uploading good lessons and video courses. What is impossible without your support? Okay, thanks a lot. Yeah, see you. Bye. Hi my friends, welcome to the channel English Professionally, and this video is how to speak English fluently in one day. It's a very short video but very informative at the same time. Okay, are you ready? I hope so. So, how long does it take me to start speaking English fluently? So it means how long time do I need really to start speaking? We usually say start doing something. Yeah, how actually, yeah, how much time do I need to start speaking English fluently? A good question, really a good question. So it is said differently. It means that people say differently. People say differently. It is said differently. But I have my own experience. So I have my story. I reached fluency in English within one day. One day. So I reached, so it means that I became fluent in English, and it took me one day. How can it be? it's virtually impossible. So it's virtually impossible or it's almost impossible. Tell me about your experience, please. Well, I have a long story, yeah, but I'll try to make it shorter so that you can understand everything in a short period of time. Really, I'm not going to take your time, so try to be as short as possible. I just want to ask you several questions first. No problem. You're welcome. So, what did you do to have such a great result? Can I do the same? Sure. You can do absolutely the same, and I'm sure it will help you. You know, I used to learn lots of grammar. So used to, it means that you did it earlier. It means that I did it earlier. I did it in my past. I used to learn lots of grammar. I also worked on my vocabulary and listening skills. And I worked on my listening skills a lot. Yeah, I spent lots of time on it. So my level was getting better and better. So getting or becoming better and better. So could you speak English fluently? Not really. The fact is that I could understand and answer. So right, you haven't misheard me. So misheard, it means that you haven't misheard me, you have heard me correctly. Yeah, really. I could understand and answer, but it isn't fluent English, yeah? So I was able to understand everything thanks to lots of English listening practice. So really I had it and it helped me a lot, but I couldn't speak English effectively. So it was a real problem for me. What do you mean exactly? So you can say, what do you mean? Or you can say, what do you mean exactly? So what do you really mean? What do you really mean? Like, good question. I mean that I could say just a couple of phrases. Couple of phrases, maybe a couple of sentences, so couple means two. For example, it was something like that. Do you speak English? Yes. Where did you study? Or where did you study it? At school and university. At school and university. Okay? And okay, what's wrong with this conversation? So what problems do we have with this conversation? Actually, it means actually or in fact nothing wrong, but it's very far from being perfect, so it isn't a perfect answer. So really, I could say just one or two phrases and sentences, and I knew. So the problem was that I really knew how to say everything. So yeah, but there was some kind of fear, so I was afraid and I couldn't open my mouth, yeah? So theoretically I could say more than one or two phrases, but I couldn't. I don't know why. Maybe it was a language barrier, yeah? And really I felt very stupid and uncomfortable, okay? So it's quite easy to understand it. No one wants to feel this way, yeah? So right, I mostly had very short conversations, so they lasted for 2 minutes maximum, so I lacked practice. It means I didn't have enough practice. So did you try to take private lessons? Yeah, really a good question. Yeah, a good question about private lessons. Well, I did. It helped me a bit, but then I gave it up. It means I stopped, yeah? I stopped it. So mostly for two reasons. So the first reason is that it was expensive, yeah, you know, it costs money, not so little money for me, and I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford to take these lessons, or I couldn't afford to take these lessons, or I couldn't afford to take those lessons, yeah? Okay, on a regular basis. On a regular basis means regularly, so I couldn't afford, yeah, so it's better to say those because it's about the past. Some people say this, but yeah, let's say it more grammatically correctly. So on a regular basis, we're talking about those lessons. Okay, so right, and you see, the second reason is that when you speak English with a teacher, it's another kind of conversation. I wanted to speak English with ordinary people and have a real English conversation, yeah, but not this format. I mean, student, teacher, I mean, I don't like this format, yeah. So I like it, but not absolutely. So to cut a long story short, yeah, what did you do after that? So what really helped you become fluent in one day? So what did you do? Well, it's what I'm talking about. I was fed up with my previous, let me call it, unsuccessful experience. So fed up with means I was bored with it, yeah, I didn't like it. I decided to make a change in my life. Change, really, I wanted to change something. What was it? And I'll tell you how it happened. So, I went to one international conference and got to know one native speaker from the United States, yeah, from the United States, of course, from the United States. So it means that there was one international conference in our city, and I got to know one. It means that I met this person. I met a native speaker from the United States. He tried to communicate with other people, who were at that conference, but he was disappointed. He was very upset, yeah, because they couldn't understand him, and he couldn't speak normally with them, yeah, because of it. So the reason was poor listening skills, very bad listening skills. Yeah, he was very disappointed and he couldn't find a good speaking partner for him. Yeah, I think that understand it. Really? Yes, that's it. Luckily, so it was really good luck. I had perfect listening skills and I was able to understand everything he was saying. Yeah, really. He was really surprised. Yeah, he was shocked and pleased. So it was the following. So yeah, the following thing happened. I asked him and answered using simple and short phrases as I was used to doing it. Yeah, really, I was used to doing it. So if it's our habit, we use the structure used to doing something, I was used to doing it. So it was a normal practice for me, yeah, just to ask, simple questions and to answer, those questions using simple words and phrases. But the main difference is that our conversation was much longer than 2 or 3 minutes, right? Okay, but there are some more things I'd like to tell you. So really, our conversation was really long. I showed him around that place and we discussed many things, simple and more difficult ones, yeah. So that experience was new for me. I mean, having a long conversation, a really long conversation with a native speaker. I had never had such kind of practice. So how can you say it another way? So yeah, what do you mean? So the thing is that most people have got used to having short conversations, yeah, but it isn't so good for fluency. You don't have enough time to feel real confidence, to be really sure that, yeah, you can speak English fluently. You need, longer conversations. I remember one of my students, and she really wanted to improve her English greatly, so mostly speaking and reach complete fluency in English. So she really wanted to improve her English greatly, and what did she do? She asked me for daily lessons, which lasted for 4 hours without a break. Yeah, really, yeah, really. So just imagine it. So she wanted to study English daily, and she took, these English lessons, well, one English lesson lasted for 4 hours without a break, without any breaks at all, only English, just imagine it. So we had great lessons, they're still in my memory. Her result was unbelievable, so you need to have one very long conversation to become fluent, okay? With the teacher, I think it's good if it's a native speaker and he or she isn't your teacher to have a real English conversation. So if it isn't possible, try to have longer conversations anyway. So it's the crucial point. It's the most important point, yeah? You need to be in this, English speaking atmosphere for a long time and you'll feel wings to fly, yeah? Really, it's an amazing feeling. Okay, really, wings and you fly, yeah? Good comparison. So what else can you say? That native speaker praised my English a lot, so it's a very important thing too. So it gave me confidence, so I felt confident. So I lost fear and started using them very effectively. Yeah, I started using actually different phrases very effectively. I was speaking English so naturally that I couldn't believe my eyes. So if your speaking partner tells you how good your English is, it's also a very big plus. Yeah, so really you need to improve your listening skills a lot, so you'll hear some compliments about your English and really you'll feel wings to fly. It's also important thing when someone praises you, so it really motivates you greatly. So motivation is unbelievably great when you hear it, when you hear such positive words and phrases. Okay, thank you very much, my friend. So I really try to do my best, yeah, to get my message across. Thank you. See you. Hi, welcome to the channel English Professionally, and this video is how to learn English speaking easily. Yeah, I really hope that it's a good video and you'll support it really. How to learn English speaking easily. Okay, so you know, I have a problem and really I don't know what to do. Maybe you can help. Okay, what's the problem? I can read in English quite well. Quite well means well, well enough, or very well. And I know grammar, but I can't speak English. I have a language barrier. Okay, I have a language barrier. It means that so I can't communicate with other people effectively. Yeah, it means so. So you can also say I can't communicate with other people or with people from other countries effectively. It means very well, very well. So you have problems when you communicate with them. I can't communicate with other people effectively. What can you recommend? I think most people have this problem, and my speaking was absolutely terrible. So absolutely terrible means very bad. So very bad. So terrible means very bad, but absolutely terrible, it's, you know, it's strong. It means very bad, extremely bad. So absolutely terrible or extremely bad, very bad. But then I understood how to start speaking easily and naturally. Yeah, we say start doing, so you see ing. Yeah, how to start speaking easily and naturally. As you see, yeah, a good phrase. As you see, my speaking is really good. To be honest, I'm proud of it. So to be honest, yeah, one more nice phrase. It means that I want to be honest with you. I want to be honest with you. So what I'm saying, it's true. So it's true. It's true. So I don't. It's true. I don't hide anything. I don't hide anything. So I'm very open. I'm very open. Okay, good. Anything. Okay, anything. I'm very open and I'm proud of it. It means that I'm really happy. That I have this result. Okay. Okay. So well, it sounds really interesting. So what's the main secret? So what's the main secret, or how did you do it? So what helped you achieve this result? Okay. So as you might guess, or as you might think, or okay, as you think, okay, so a little is said about it. So you see, it's we call this structure passive voice. It means that yeah, it is done by someone and people say little about it. People say little about it. So I mean that there is too much information. there is too much information, too much, yes, it has a negative meaning, there is too much information. At the same time, this kind of information isn't reliable, so you can't rely on it. You can't rely on it. So you can't trust it. You can't rely on it. You can't trust it. So very bad information. So, and it's often rubbish. So what is rubbish? It's something which you throw away. It's something which you throw away. Something which you throw away. So yeah, you don't need it, and it's like rubbish, or we also call it garbage. So it's nothing, very bad things, and it makes me feel really upset and angry. Really? Yes, that's it. So it means that's true. There is an abundance of information. So it means that there is lots of information. So yes, there is lots of information everywhere, online and offline, and it's extremely difficult to find a reliable source. So extremely difficult means it's very difficult to find a good source, so which you can trust, which you can rely on. So you know, it's a very big problem nowadays. Well, I see your point very clearly. So your point means your idea. I see your idea very clearly or very well, and I fully share your point of view. Good phrase. So I fully share your point of view means that I fully understand you and agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. I think the same. By the way, what are you suggesting? So by the way, so okay, it's good, but what? Yeah, what are you suggesting? So what can we do in this situation? Okay, so speaking from my own experience, it means that, so it's my experience, and I'm speaking based on this experience. So yeah, I can give you the following recommendations, or I can give you the following advice or recommendations. Yeah, but really you'll see very useful, very important recommendations which can help you. Yeah, which can really help you. Okay, so great means very good. I'm listening to you, all ears. All ears. What is? I am listening to you, all ears. It means that with full attention and concentration. Okay, with full attention, and concentration. So and concentration. So you'll try to catch every word. So you'll try to understand every single word or all the information. So what are they? Okay, so first, lose your fear. Many people are afraid of making mistakes. Yeah, we say afraid of doing. Many people are afraid of making mistakes, but we learn from mistakes. People often panic too much. Yeah? Why do you think that everyone will laugh at you? Really, it's a good question. Why do you think that everyone will laugh at you? It's absolutely ridiculous. So ridiculous means absurd. Ridiculous or absurd. So that's not true. So it's a crazy idea. Okay, so it's absolutely ridiculous. So get it out of your head. So get this idea out of your head. Don't think so. So change your mind. Change your point of view. So think differently. It means think differently. Okay, thinks differently. Okay, so lose your fear. Many people are afraid of making mistakes, but we learn from mistakes, you see. Okay, so think differently. Well, next. So, very good. Okay, I start to understand. What else? please understand that you speak not for school or university. You speak, first of all, yes, it's the first and the most important reason. So first of all, it means the most important reason. The most important reason for doing it. The most important reason. So really, you know that you speak first of all for communication. You want to communicate with other people who live in other countries. You want to understand them. Not for grammar, not for your English teacher. It's another story. It's a different story. This story is completely different. Yeah, and you need to understand that when you communicate with other people, for example, from people who live in another country, so no one is interested in your mistakes. So it isn't important for them. It's just this idea in your mind. They just want to have a good and interesting talk. Okay? So I hope you understand. I don't know what to start with. So where can I find it? Where can I find it? Oh, sorry, it's another idea. So okay, so we were talking about this, a very important thing, yeah? So you don't speak for a teacher, school or university, and this, okay? So I haven't thought about it before. Please continue. And that's true. So many people don't think about it, yeah? They have this kind of fear, but please lose this fear. And they, you know, think that it's very important, I mean, how they speak correctly or incorrectly, so it's important for other people. No, it isn't a school, it isn't a university, it's a different place, it's a different place. And so what is number 3? A very important point. So have more English speaking practice. So as they say, the more English practice you have, the better. So it means that if you have more English practice, it's very good, it's really very good, much better than nothing, okay? So, and what can happen, or what will happen? So I know it and I can tell you. So if you do it, you will be feeling more and more confident. So confident, you know, I like this word. So confident, or so confident, or you will feel confidence. You will feel confidence. So what is confidence? So you will be sure that, yeah, you can do it, and you will say, I can do it, I can do it, I can speak English. So very good ideas and, you know, very good thoughts. And so, find a speaking partner, or maybe better, speaking partners from other countries, and talk to them daily. So it's so important, yes, to find a person, or you know, it's better to find more than just one person and talk to them. So it can be a simple conversation or a more difficult conversation, but have this English practice every day. And fortunately, so we say fortunately, or there is another good word for saying it, it's called luckily. So luckily or fortunately, it's so easy to find it nowadays. It's so easy to find it nowadays, so you can say nowadays or now. It's also good, as you see. Okay, so I don't know what to start with. Where can I find it? So what to start with? So what should I do? First of all, you know, as I have already said, there are so many websites where you can do it. The choice is stunning. So the choice is great, and we are really surprised. We are really surprised. So, you know, what a great choice we have. Yeah. So you can search for it online. You can say search for or look for. You can search for it online and choose the most appropriate resources. So what is the most appropriate resources? It means the best resources for you, or the most suitable. Appropriate, or the most suitable resources for you. Okay, So really, a very good idea indeed. Next. I see, but I expect to hear more interesting ideas. So I expect, it means that I think, yeah, or I hope that I'll hear more interesting ideas. Right. I have to tell you something special. So I have to tell you, really, I need to tell you something special, something, you know, something unique, something extraordinary, something extraordinary, you know, something extremely important, something extremely important, you know, something. So what other things can you say? Something very significant, something very significant, yeah. So you know that we are actually improving our vocabulary at the same time. So you are getting real knowledge and you're improving your vocabulary at the same time. Something significant, something really meaningful. So it's full of meaning. It's full of meanings, I mean, and so on. So this information is like treasure. It's like treasure, it's like gold, it's like diamonds, yeah? So all this information, really. And definitely you need to do it. So when I say definitely, it means that, of course, or certainly you need to do it. Well, I feel so excited, what is it? So excited, it means that I feel so interested in it, so I really want to know it. What is it? Okay. So yeah, and you'll hear 3 more very important tips. So you know that you can speak to yourself. You can speak to yourself. So really, you can do it aloud, so with your voice. So if you do it regularly, it will definitely help you. So really, what a good idea. You know that when you listen to someone on the radio, on TV, or on YouTube, maybe sometimes you criticize this or that person and you think that his English may be not so good and maybe his pronunciation isn't perfect. Okay, yeah, but you can check your knowledge too. So you may think that your English is so good. Just record yourself and listen to it, and I'm sure you'll be shocked because you'll see lots of problems and it will help you to work on them. So it's also very important. Well, should I speak or do something else? So what a good question, yeah, we talked about it. So and number 5, also record yourself from time to time and listen to it. Yeah, listen to it. Good. So if you do it, just I will clap my hands. So really good. Yeah, really good. I mean that these tips are so important. They're extremely important. I don't know so why people ignore them. But our aim, our main task, you know, is to speak English easily, naturally, fluently, confidently, so like native speakers. So well done. Okay, so number 5, very important point, please keep it in mind. So okay, and I'm sure you'll be surprised and it will give you more motivation. Yeah, it will motivate you greatly. I see. Thanks a lot. I'll try. Maybe you can give us 2 more tips from a real expert. No problem. Yeah, one more very important thing. So it is very little said about it, but we also have a video on this subject. Try to think in English regularly. Really, try to think in English. So it will bring perfect results, I'm sure. And you know that you can think in English for a minute or for half a minute, then you can stop it, then you can do it again, and you know it's so good, it's so positive. You can, you know, think about different things. It's also English speaking practice, so it really works. Okay, I feel I need to do it. How blind was it? Okay, don't forget about one more thing. What is it? Really, what is it? Okay, really, what is it? Listen listen and listen. So a very important point. Surprising as it may seem, so very nice phrase. So it can seem very surprising. There is a very close connection between how much you listen and how well you speak, really. So it's so important that you need to listen more, videos like these ones. So it's also very good for speaking. You hear real English, you hear real English phrases, and it really works. This method really works. And I know that people who listen, to English speech very little, they have more problems with speaking. So it's, it's obvious, it's easy to see it. Okay, so keep all these tips in mind and follow them. I'm sure your speaking skills will be fantastic. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And just to sum up, you need to work regularly. You need to study English regularly, and you don't need to be afraid of speaking. Just speak. Just speak. Don't panic. Lose your fear. No one will laugh at you. You speak, you speak for communication, So it's very important. And many people think that they'll say something and it will sound very stupid. So don't think so. Get it out of your head. So next, you need to have more English speaking practice. The more the better. So find an English speaking partner, or better, several partners, and try to speak English, daily, every day. And so it should be your rule, golden rule. Okay, so, and you can speak to yourself. It's a nice practice too. Why not? So not only, speaking with someone, so it can be also good. And also record yourself, so you can do it right after this video. Just, talk to yourself, record it, and see. See so your progress. Look at it, or listen to it, and see, are you satisfied so with it or not? So are you happy or not? And so it will give you more motivation. Well, think in English, so you can also do it regularly. So just speak with other people regularly and think in English. So maybe you are using public transport, and you can also think in English, not only in your mother tongue, not only in your language. And the last very important thing, listen and listen. So that we have a great collection of videos, and it's constantly growing. So it's growing very fast, and I really hope that you enjoy watching these kind of videos. And if you support it, we can upload more. Just let me know, and we'll be doing it with great pleasure and your support, and really hope that I can count it. Okay, thanks a lot, and I really appreciate your help, and I sincerely hope that we are on the right way. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I wish you good progress in English. Okay, bye bye, my friends. Hi, my friends. Welcome to the channel English Professionally. And you know that this video is very special. You know that I often hear, this question: so how to learn English speaking easily? And so I decided to prepare not just 10 tips, but 30 tips, or 30 great tips for perfect speaking. Okay, thank you very much for your support, and thanks for likes, shares, here and on Facebook. You know that we have a group on Facebook. Thanks a lot. Yeah, thanks for everything. So really, let's talk about it. Okay, good. Okay, so my speaking skills are absolutely terrible. It means very, very bad. I've tried different methods, but everything was in vain. Everything was in vain means without any success at all, so I didn't have a good result. Sometimes I want to stop learning English completely. So we say stop doing something, stop learning English completely. So I don't want to learn English at all, but deep inside, it means so in my mind, so in my actually heart, so I understand, I know I shouldn't do it, so I shouldn't stop learning English, or I shouldn't give up learning English, but I think that this actually problem is very common, so you know something about this problem. Okay, so well, I have a simple question. Have you tried these methods? These methods. What methods? I'll tell you what I mean. These methods have helped millions of students around the world, and I'm sure they'll help you. Maybe not all these things are suitable for you. Not all these things are good for you, yeah? So not, or maybe all these 30 tips, yeah, not, maybe not, yeah, who knows? Yeah, maybe because you have a special style of learning, you have special preferences or experience, I don't know, okay? But some of these methods will definitely help you. So will definitely help you means I'm sure they will help you become an advanced English speaker. So you'll have an advanced level in speaking. It's very important, okay? So that you can speak English fluently and confidently. So that it means that so you do it with this purpose. So because you want to speak English fluently, it means fast and confidently. So without mistakes, that you're sure that you don't make mistakes, okay? Good, well done, my friends, and please listen. Yeah, so please watch all this video, and it's very interesting, you know, to know what tips have you already actually maybe known or learned, yeah, before. Just is the first question, and the second question. So what is really new for you? What is really new for you? Okay, so good. So please listen. So watch more videos with subtitles. Okay, two very important things with subtitles. Yeah, it's a very important thing, very important thing, extremely important thing. And for low levels first. So two important things with subtitles and for low levels first. Yeah, it's what we are doing on this channel, and really I don't understand people who watch videos without subtitles and not just for low levels. They try actually to watch it as it is. Yeah, I think that's it doesn't make sense. Okay, and one more thing. So only reading won't help. Yeah, it isn't effective. This method was popular, I mean, only reading without listening when other methods didn't exist. So when we didn't have other methods, yeah, maybe 20, 30 years ago, so we could only read, and I know that some teachers say that you need to read, but wait, yeah, so why should I do it? So we live in the 21st century, not in the 20th century, we live in the 21st century, and we have other effective ways of learning English. Okay, good. So second, you might not have free time. It means that maybe you don't have free time at all, or you have no free time, and you may find it very difficult to learn English regularly, and maybe it's very difficult for you to learn English regularly or every day, or 4 times a week, 5 times a week, regularly and every day for a very long time. Yeah, for a very long time. Maybe you can do it, yeah, for 1 week, for 2 weeks, but can you do it for a month, for a year, for 2 years? So you can do the following. So you can do this thing. You can do the following. Learn some topics or conversations. I mean, you need to listen to them and translate new words. So not only listening, please work with these materials, okay? So I mean that you need to listen and translate new words. So it's also a good idea to take notes. What is to take notes? It means that you write new words, phrases with examples on paper. It's a very good thing, okay? Next, speak every day. Speak every day. If you don't have someone to talk to, speak to yourself. It's also a good idea. We talked about it, yeah, earlier. So speak to yourself. This exercise really helps. Yeah, and I have a question for you. Really, how often do you speak to yourself? Do you do it or not? So if not, so you can try it, okay? And you can start speaking. Yeah, we usually say start doing. You can start speaking at home while doing something. When you do something, okay, when you do something, it's a perfect English speaking practice. So it's a very good idea, a brilliant idea. And the next idea is absolutely brilliant too. Think in English during the day. You know that we have a video how to think in English, so you can also have a look at it. Yeah, please make sure that you've already seen this video. If not, just have a look and watch it. So, and you know, it's like speaking to yourself. The only difference is that you can do it anytime and anywhere, right? And anywhere. And anywhere, it means in any place, not only at home. Okay, so really, so you can speak to yourself only at home, so when no one disturbs you, and you can think in English during the day, so no matter where you are. For instance, or for example, so good phrases, so anytime and anywhere, okay, in any place. So you can do it while using public transport or going somewhere. While using public transport or going somewhere, use simple phrases and simple words for a start when you start thinking in English. It's a very important thing. Okay, 5. Find several English partners. I mean, not just English partners, English speaking partners, yes? So partners who can practice English with you. So not just one, several, it's a good idea. And for daily speaking practice, so you need to practice speaking English daily, okay? If you have this opportunity, so it means that if you can do it, if you can afford to do it, so if you have enough money and time, okay, so you can go to an English speaking country. For example, England, America, New Zealand. So, okay, I can continue. Yeah, but I think you know it better than me. Okay, an English-speaking country, to live there for a while. For a while means for some time. Yeah, not just a week, not just 2 weeks. It isn't enough. So minimum 3 weeks. I believe that it's minimum 3 weeks. So not less. Yeah, so this period shouldn't be shorter, so from 3 weeks and more, okay? So I think that's actually learning English there for a month, it's good, or 2 months, yeah, it will be great, you know, really good idea. Okay, watch more videos with subtitles, not in the original first, for different levels. Yeah, so movies. It's important to watch movies, but with subtitles, okay? So you need to see the text, yeah, again. Not in the original first, so maybe there are some adapted or simple movies for English learners. It's a good idea to have a look at them, okay? Good. Or movies, videos, whatever, for different levels. Whatever means, so it can be different things, okay? Next, very important thing, and maybe this thing will be new for you, okay? I hope so. So it is believed, it means people believe that you don't need to study grammar to start speaking English well, but it's completely wrong. It means that it isn't right at all. It's a mistake, it's a very big mistake. You do need to know it really well. So it's inversion. Do need means you really need. You do need means you really need to know it really well. So try to improve your grammar skills greatly. So improve them greatly. So make them better greatly. If you don't know grammar, means really well, you'll feel uncomfortable. You'll feel uncomfortable means you won't feel comfortable, and you'll think like this. So you can have these ideas in your mind. Oh, maybe it's right. Or maybe it's wrong, so maybe this sentence is right, maybe the sentence is wrong, so I mean the sentence and sentences which I use, you know, or you can also think, okay, maybe I speak with mistakes, and maybe without mistakes, and you know, it's terrible feeling, really, it's such a terrible feeling when you don't know your English is correct or not. And it can be a real problem when you speak, so please, my friends, work on your grammar. Work on your grammar if you don't want to have such a feeling. So you need to have what? How do we call it in English? Have? How can you continue it? Have confidence. Have confidence, or you know, there is another a very natural phrase in English: gain confidence. So gain means get confidence. So try to be, you need to be confident, yeah, to speak English really well, okay? So please don't ignore this point. Don't consider it unimportant. Don't think it's unimportant, okay? Well, by the way, we need to go on. So, next tip. Learn some phrases which are very common in speaking, such as, it's a very important thing. So learn some phrases and use them, which are very common, which are very popular. It means they're used by many people. So like, in my opinion, it means I think, or from my point of view, it's the same. It seems to me, just I have this idea in my mind. As a result, so what I mean is that, so there is a list of these phrases, and you know, it can help you a lot. It can give you, first of all, yeah, it can give you time for thinking, yeah, if you start using these phrases automatically, and it can make your speaking splendid. Splendid speaking, it means really good. Perfect speaking skills. I think it's what you actually want to have. Okay, splendid speaking, okay, good. Next, so use only materials of high quality. Yeah, high quality, it means the best quality, very good materials, so excellent materials. Make sure these materials are really effective. Make sure means you need to be sure, so you need to feel it. Yeah, these materials are really effective, they really help you. If you don't see good progress, or you don't enjoy this learning process, you don't like it, start looking for more effective ways of learning English. It means that you just say start doing so. You need to think and to find new ways of learning English. So maybe you're doing something, but you aren't on the right way. So you need maybe to change your way of learning. You need to change your strategy. So you need to think about it. Okay. So a very important tip. And then, okay, don't be afraid of mistakes. I won't stop repeating it. Okay, stop doing. So I'm not going to stop saying it, okay, because it's a very important tip. Yeah, so first of all, you speak English for communication, so you want to communicate with other people. So no one is interested in your mistakes. So actually you don't speak in front of your teacher. No, it's another story. It's a completely different story. Okay, please get used to it. Well, next, watch more educational programs, educational videos. It's a very important thing. Okay, so it's a real treasure for those people who are really serious about improving their speaking skills, who really want to do it. So these programs are full of very natural phrases for speaking. So you know that many people say, okay, I want to know English like native speakers, but you know, sometimes I correct them, not like native speakers, like educated native speakers. So people, who have a higher education, just who graduated from a good university, but not just ordinary people. So it's another level, okay? Please understand it correctly. Okay, if it's difficult for you to speak, start speaking on familiar topics. So on topics which you know, subjects you really know. So for example, if you are interested in sport, talk about it and so on. So talk about sport, okay? Then speak on a wider range of topics. Wider range means on other topics, on different topics, so more and more topics. Next, practice writing more. It's a very important tip. So so what I mean is that you can do the following. So you need to talk on a certain topic. Yeah, just imagine that you need to talk on a certain topic, on a certain subject, and first you can write. Then it will be much easier for you to speak. Really, so you can write it, yeah, and then it'll be easier for you to speak, and you can check it. So please try to do it. You can choose a topic, write something about it, and then you can start speaking, and you'll see that it'll be much easier for you. Okay, next, retell different stories, articles, and books. So retell. So you should read something, yeah, you should read something, and then talk about it, yeah. So to another person or even to yourself, if you don't have this person, but it's a very interesting idea, so maybe you actually you read some interesting information online, and you can retell it, so you can tell your friends about it, and it's also a very good English speaking practice. Next, you need to have motivation. You need to have motivation, really. So you won't achieve a perfect result. You won't have a perfect result unless you have it. Unless it means if not. So if you don't have motivation, unless you have it, if you don't have motivation. So you need to set clear goals. You need to set clear goals, or to have clear goals. So you need to have a very clear idea what result you need to have in the future, and try to understand why it's really important for you, and also meet deadlines. What is deadlines? Okay, it means that when you need to achieve this or that aim in a certain period of time. Okay, for example, you can have this aim. Okay, I want to reach an intermediate level. Yeah, but it's not about deadlines. Okay, but please have a deadline and meet it. So I need to reach an intermediate level in 2 months. I think it's possible, so it's a deadline, and so meet this deadline. Try to do it in this period of time. It also works. Next, learn by yourself a lot. By yourself a lot, not only in the classroom. And you know that many students rely too heavily on having a real English lesson for money. So they think that only this thing can really help, but in fact it isn't. Yeah, it can help. Yeah, I won't deny it, but it's not about it. So you need to learn a lot by yourself. It's the most important thing, and even more important thing, okay? So don't think it will save you, yeah, if you pay money, or if you're actually spend a long way, yeah, to get to your English courses. It won't save you. It isn't enough. Focus on self-education. So concentrate on it. So it shouldn't be ignored. Well, next, don't waste your time on a very long way to English courses and back. So really, personally, I don't understand people who spend, let's say, 1 hour or more to get to this or that place where they can learn English. It's absolutely ridiculous. So 1 hour, I need 1 hour to get to that place, 1 hour to get back, and then some time for preparation, and it's 3 hours, and I feel tired, exhausted. No, that's not for me. Please keep in mind this thing, okay? So value your time. You need to value your time. You need to understand that your time is very important, that you have a limited amount of time, and try to save it. Okay, it's about time management. Next, if you can't find time for speaking, yeah, maybe you can't find time for speaking, you can think, okay, it's a good idea to find an English speaking partner, but I can't find time for it. No problem. Try to speak at least 15 minutes a day. 15 minutes a day, and it should be your habit. Habit is something which you do regularly, and it's a normal thing for you. It should be a natural part of your life. So it should be natural. Okay, so it's like, actually brushing your teeth or taking a shower. It's something like that, the natural part of your life. Okay, and start preparing. So 20 for some international exams in English. A very important point, so that you can see the requirements. Yeah, the requirements. So there are requirements for perfect speaking. So I mean that what examples can I give you? So different, or TOEFL or Cambridge exams like FCE, PAT-C, and other exams. And so there are different requirements for speaking. So there are different tests for speaking. Just have a look at it, and so you can prepare for these exams. And I'm absolutely sure that it will boost your speaking skills. Okay, it will help you improve your speaking skills a lot. So well done, my friends. Really well done. I suppose it's a good job. Okay, next, chat with other people. So it's also a brilliant idea. Okay, so chat with other people, it's also a brilliant idea. Okay, thanks for understanding. I'm also a human being. So, okay, so chat with other people is also a brilliant idea. It means that, some people, just they feel some language barrier, and they can't start speaking, but they can chat, no problem, you can start with it, okay? So chat with other people, and it's a brilliant idea. It means it's a very, very good idea. Next, collaborate with other students. Exchange your ideas with them. It means that work with other students, so it means that exchange your ideas, opinions, yeah, so, and don't just learn English by yourself. It's good, but actually you need communication with other students as well, so collaborate with them. Collaborate and exchange your ideas with them. So tell them what you think, they'll tell you what they think, and so on, okay? Next, don't miss an opportunity to speak English if you have it. So don't miss an opportunity. For example, when you travel, you can practice English too. So don't think that, okay, no, just I'm afraid I won't speak English. Right, to speak English, don't miss an opportunity. Try to do it. Next, you can also join an English speaking club. Why not? It's also a good practice, so you need more communication, and you can join it. Why not, if you have a good English club, and if it's expensive, and it's very good if it's free. Yeah, maybe some people are very enthusiastic about learning English, and they are ready, actually to meet together for free. Why not? Speak English. So the next important point, speak English with both native speakers and non-native speakers of English. Really, some people believe they need to speak English only with native speakers. It's wrong. And some people think that, okay, so their level is very low and they can only speak with non-native speakers of English. That's also wrong. So you need to actually have English speaking practice with both native speakers and non-native speakers of English. Okay? Next, measure your progress and enjoy making it. Okay, so I suppose that you are going to work very hard, or you're going to study very hard, and you need to see your result. Okay, just you need to compare your result, so which you had a month ago and which actually you have at present. Just compare it and okay, say, okay, yeah, I really see my progress, and enjoy making it. You need to like this thing, okay? Next, don't believe promises. So that you can learn English in 5 days or so, it's impossible. Yeah, don't waste your time. It's impossible. Don't believe these promises, or I can add, don't believe these false promises. So promises which aren't true. Yeah, just you need to be serious about learning English, okay? Don't waste your time. And one more important thing, yeah, try to be optimistic, yeah. So you need to learn English actually with a big smile, yeah. You need to feel, okay, I'm full of energy, I'm ready to continue, I'm full of optimism, I'm trying to be very optimistic now, and not only now, yeah. So that's a very important thing. So two things, you need to feel two things, progress and actually enjoyment. Yeah, enjoyment. It means that it's a very pleasant feeling. So when you see real progress and you like learning English, so it's for pleasure. Okay, if you are in a good mood, it means if you feel good, it can have a positive effect on your final result. So it's also very important to be in a very good mood. And my friends, two more tips, very important tips. So enlarge your vocabulary. Yeah, you need to make your vocabulary much larger, to make up more difficult phrases and to express your ideas more precisely or more exactly. Express means to say, yeah, something, and more exactly. So it means that we often have this problem. So you want to say something, but your vocabulary is poor, and you say it, but not exactly what you think. It's a problem. So enlarge your vocabulary, and you won't have this problem any longer. And the last point, so very important thing, yeah. So train your listening skills a lot. Really, you need to train your listening skills a lot. And just I like to ask you a question. So how many hours a day do you listen to English speech? Right, hours a day if you say 1 hour, no, it isn't enough. So if you listen, I mean, to real English just for 1 hour, so your progress won't be good enough. So you need to listen more, okay? And it should be your major task, the most important task, the most important thing. You know, achieving fluency isn't enough. Achieving fluency, it means when you have fluency, when you can speak English fluently, it isn't enough. You need to interact with other people, or you need to communicate with other people. You need to react and respond appropriately. You need to respond appropriately. So someone asks you a question and you need to respond immediately and interestingly enough. So it's also, you know, a very important thing, and you need more practice. Okay, my friends, so really I'm so glad that I found time actually to prepare these 30 great tips for perfect speaking. Yeah, just because, you know, you often ask me, okay, how to learn English speaking easily, and I suppose that you can follow some of these tips, maybe not all of them, but some of these tips, and it will change your life completely. And so I hope that I'll see actually you in another shape. It means in a better shape, so you'll have advanced speaking skills and you'll be an advanced English speaker. Okay, thank you very much, my friends. Thanks for your support. So thanks for coming, and I suppose that we can continue if you don't mind. Okay, good, thank you. Hi, my friends, welcome to the channel English Professionally. Thanks a lot for your support. Thanks for your likes, shares and comments. And you know, I'm so happy that I'm recording this video for you. It's really so important, yeah, and I believe that everyone should watch this video, okay? So really, 10 secrets how to learn English fast. Yeah, really, we need to learn English fast. Okay, so I'm so tight and I don't see the way out. So I don't see the way out means I don't know what to do. What's the problem? I have been learning English for 2 years, and you know, to tell you the truth, it means that that's true, it's really so. I feel my progress is really slow. I hate it. I really hate it, and I have no idea what's going wrong. So I really hate it. So, you know, just imagine it, okay? So I have been learning English means that for 2 years means that I started learning English 2 years ago. Yeah, it's in the past, and I'm still doing it, and I don't have progress. Okay, not good. Okay, if I were you, I would also start feeling nervous. If I were you, yes, it's unreal. And then we have would plus verb. I would also start feeling nervous. By the way, so anyway, so I want to know this thing. What's your level? I think it's about pre-intermediate. Okay? Pre-intermediate. Okay, how regularly do you study English? Well, I try to learn English every day, minimum 1 hour. So minimum 1 hour. So you want to say that you've reached just pre-intermediate level after learning for 2 years and every day for 1 hour? Right. If you were an absolute beginner, so a beginner who knows absolutely nothing, yeah, about English, it isn't as terrible as you might think. So terrible, it means not bad. It isn't as terrible as you might think. It means that it isn't so bad. It isn't so bad. So you maybe you think that it's really terrible, but in fact it isn't. So if you were an absolute beginner, so maybe this result isn't perfect, but it isn't terrible. It isn't terrible. Okay. Okay. So really, yeah. But let me finish. So I want to finish. Let me finish. Meanwhile, anyway, or I want to tell you, meanwhile, it could have been much faster too. So could have been means that it's about the past. It could have been much faster. So really, it took too long, so too much time. So yeah, actually, we need to do it faster. Okay, what do I mean? I mean that we can achieve this result in a couple of months. Couple means two, in 2 months, or even less if we use the right technique. Technique, or we also name it as method. Okay, so you understand that. So if you know this right method, technique, you can have this result in a couple of months or in 2 months. What is this technique? There are 10 secrets. Follow them and you'll be a fast English learner. Enjoy learning English. Yeah, we say enjoy doing. Enjoy learning English. Your level will be advanced soon. So advanced, it's the highest level in English. So beginner, yeah, it's very low level, and then there are other levels, and advanced it's very, very high level. It's impossible to believe it. It's impossible to believe it. Why don't you believe? Why don't you believe? Really, why don't you believe? This idea is in your mind. You have this idea that to learn English, you need to learn slowly. Okay? Who put this idea in your mind? Really, who put this idea in your mind? Why do you have this idea in your mind? You know, there are fast methods, fast ways, which lead to fast progress. As I guess, or as I think, so as I guess, 99% of people do like a crowd. So what is a crowd? It's lots of people, so they don't know so what they really need. So it's often this way. They do like a crowd, yeah? As a result, they learn English slowly and ineffectively. But you know that we need to learn English effectively, only this way. Moreover, it means that I want to add something more. They feel depressed, so it means very sad, not happy, unhappy, and lose any desire or any wish to continue their studies. So they say, oh no, that's enough, I don't want it, so I can't, so English is not for me, and you know, so things like that, often happen. Have you ever experienced this kind of feeling? So experience means have you ever experienced, or have you ever had this kind of feeling? Have you ever felt it? Many times. So you know what it's all about, so you know what's it all about. Okay, we'd better hurry up. So we'd better means we had better hurry up. It means that we need to hurry up, yeah? We need to hurry up, we need to talk about it more quickly. So this information is good, but we need to talk about it more quickly. Okay, no problem. Alright, I'm not going to take your time. I'll be speaking shortly, but yeah, I'm not going to take your time. It means that, I'll be speaking very shortly, but very interestingly, in a very interesting way, effectively, in a very effective way, and persuasively. It means that these things are very important, and I'll try to make you feel that these things, I mean that it isn't only theory. These things really work, and I'll give you, some facts from my own life experience. Yeah, it isn't just words. So it's much more. It's a very good method, not just one method, but very good and effective methods. Yeah, to the best of my abilities. So I'll try to actually to explain it really well to the best of my abilities, I'll try to do it. Okay. Thank you. Let's start with the first secret. So start with simple grammar. You don't need lots of grammar, but just the basics of it. The basics of it means the most important grammar. You know what often happens in reality or in our life, okay? So what happens? That students often memorize phrases, so they learn some phrases, and they have a feeling that they can speak in any situation, but they fail. It means that they have big problems. They can't do it, so they can't be successful in it, and they become over-dependent on these poor vocabulary and phrases. So over-dependent means they depend too much. Just phrases, okay, how are you, how's life, and just these phrases. They can't make up English phrases by themselves, and it's a big problem. And you see, it's a big problem. They know what to say and answer in very simple situations, but the saddest thing is that, so the saddest, it means that's the worst thing, so this thing is very, very bad. It's very sad that they are unable, so they can't. Unable means they can't, unable to make up English sentences by themselves, okay? So they need to remember these phrases. So if they remember, they can speak. If they don't remember, they can't speak. But it's very bad, you understand? So if you don't have this skill, yes, and it's a skill when you can do it, your progress will be very slow. You can't learn all English sentences for all situations. You can't do it. It's virtually impossible. So in fact, it's impossible. It's virtually impossible. Okay, good. I see what you mean. My knowledge of grammar isn't so good and isn't so bad at the same time, but I always have a fear, means I'm afraid, I have a fear, I am afraid that I'll say something incorrectly. Incorrectly means something wrongly. I'll make a mistake. If it happens, it's bad. You need to be sure about your speech. You need to be sure that your English is good, is right, is correct. If you're unsure just sometimes, it's okay. If you're unsure just sometimes, it's okay. But if it's every time, so you know that it's difficult to be sure about all things, and if it's just sometimes you're not sure, it's okay. But if you're unsure about all your sentences, it's really bad. Okay, every time you need to, to do what? You need to start working on it immediately. Immediately means right now. So do something to change this situation. Do something about that. Okay, I'll try to do it. What else? You also need to learn English words effectively. Really learn English words effectively. I often observe this situation, or I often see this situation. I meet this situation in my life. Really. Often observe this situation. What is this situation? Please listen. Some students are given a text for translation, so they need to translate this text. They spend 2 hours on translating it, and they are absolutely sure, so they are really sure that they did a great job, while, so at the same time, or while, or when they don't understand one small thing. So they can do it, they can do it, they can translate everything, they can study, they study very hard, but they don't understand one small thing. What is it? It's almost a useless thing. A useless means that this thing isn't good, this method doesn't work, so it isn't a good idea. So we don't see any use, any good result. It's almost a complete waste of time. So most of these words are unnecessary, so we don't need these words Okay, I'll put it another way. So good phrase. So I'll put it another way, or I'll say it another way. Okay, so unnecessary or unpopular, uncommon. So these words are very rarely met. It means that, yeah, these words aren't popular, aren't common, and we meet them only sometimes, maybe one time in our life, and this one time is only now, yeah? And they are students, and they don't understand that they'll never meet some of these words in their life. Yes, it's a real pity, it's a terrible thing, okay? I hear it for the first time. I read different texts and I take everything for granted. Okay, so you see, I take everything for granted. It means that so some English teachers, yeah, they can give me a text and I read, I translate, and so I just do what they actually want from me, and so I don't try to understand it's good or bad. Okay, so don't do it. Yeah, so I mean, don't translate these very boring and unnecessary texts. You need to choose the most effective materials, but not useless, which slow down your progress greatly. So they slow down your progress, so you learn very slowly because of these useless textbooks, texts, videos. Okay. Okay, I hope that you understand my idea. So, okay, what's next? You need to read lots of simple texts for a start. Only this way. If you read only difficult texts, it will easily lead to confusion and misunderstanding, yeah? Only confusion and misunderstanding. So confusion, it means that okay, you will not understand many things, so it will be very difficult for you, and misunderstanding, it's almost the same, yeah? So start with simple things for a start and see your progress. 4. Listen to it too. So yeah, you read and listen to it too. Read and listen. Personally, I don't understand students who only read. So I can say personally, or as for me, if you want to know my opinion or if you want to hear what I think about all this, I don't understand students who only read. This method is associated with the previous generation. Okay, so associated. It means that actually when I see this situation, okay, I remember maybe the time which was 20 years ago, 30 years ago, when we had only books for reading. Yes, it's the previous generation, so not this time, not modern time, it's 20, 30 years ago. Okay, so it isn't so good. So read and listen, read and listen. Can you clarify this point? So can you clarify, or can you make clear? Can you make clear this point or this idea? So can you explain it? Can you explain it? Okay, you have one text. You can read it quickly and feel satisfied or feel happy. It's one way. So yeah, you can read it quickly and you feel satisfied. It's one way. Maybe you don't understand some words, but okay, you feel, okay, I read this text, it's so good. However, there is another way. There is another way. You read and listen. It's like what we are doing now. You read, yeah, you read with your eyes and you listen with your ears. You hear how to pronounce everything correctly. So pronunciation is very important, really, it's so important. Yeah, so if you read, it's good, but it's slow. Both your eyes. So when you read and listen, both your eyes and your ears work. It means that your eyes and your ears work at the same time. You also translate unknown words, because you know this text is effective and 99% of these words are important, yeah? So you also translate words which you don't know, unknown words, and you read effective texts. So the problem is that we just talked about it, that students choose or have a text which is full of difficult words which will never need in their life, and it's terrible. Citation is terrible. But you need to read effective texts. So effective text, so with good words, with popular words, mostly popular words. All these words are important, so it's a very important thing. Okay, I mostly read no and no. That's why your progress is so slow. That's why your progress is so slow. So you need to listen, not only read. It's, in the previous generation. You are a great teacher. Thank you so much. Oh, we need to go ahead. We need to go ahead. So listen to what you've already listened when you do other things. Okay? So it's a very important thing. Yeah? It's a very important thing. Listen to what you've already listened. Yeah? It's a very good training. But listen to other texts. Yes, listen to other texts, conversations, videos, or when you are busy with something else. When you're busy with something else, just listen, listen, and listen. And so I will explain it. I will explain it to you. Look, as I see, you learn English 1 hour a day. 1 hour, 1 hour a day. In fact, so in reality, we see you can sit in front of your computer or a book for this time, for 1 hour, maybe 2 hours, but not more. But learning is another thing. Learning isn't sitting in front of the computer. Learning isn't learning only with a book. No, no, no. Learning is another thing. It's a different thing, and you should know it, okay? For example, you can walk in the park and listen. Yeah? You can go somewhere, or somewhere means to some place, and listen. So listen, listen, and listen. So some students say, okay, it's easier. Okay, so maybe it's easy, but why don't you do it? So you don't do it and you don't have progress. So you know that all genius things are simple and easy, but we put all these genius things together in this video. Okay, so all genius things are simple, but if it's easy, why don't you do it really? I don't understand. So listen, listen, and listen, and have progress. Okay? So you need to, and you won't have this problem any longer. You won't have this problem. Okay, the next thing is that you need to learn systematically. So what is it? And I'll give you a real example. So what I mean is that you need to focus on grammar, listening, and reading. So not only on grammar, not only on listening, not only on reading. So you need to focus on all these things. And don't miss your lessons. So learn English every day. Learn English every day, okay? So, and I'll give you an example from my life, okay? So when I was learning English very effectively or very hard, I had my own rule. So rule, it means that I had one thing and I always followed it. So it's the following. Yeah, so what I did, yeah, just in present simple, I study with this grammar book. So I studied, yeah, I study with this grammar book, and I do minimum 1 unit a day. So yeah, so the book can contain 100 maybe units, or maybe there are 100 units in one book, and you think, oh, it's a lot, 100 units. When will I have free time to study all these units, to learn all these things? And okay, no, I'll start it later. No, so I did it, 1-2 units every day. So and I studied that book in 30 days. So step by step. And you see, next I read 2 or 3 chapters a day. Or chapters, it can be a book or some text or some conversations, but something which you do regularly. And then, very important thing, some students just read. No, don't just read, you also listen. You also listen to them, okay? Important, very important thing. Well, okay, so when I do other things, I listen to English. It's also a part of this system. So when I do other things, I listen to English. So not only learning in the classroom, no, it isn't effective. Just you need to learn when you do other things. If you do something like this every day, it will definitely bear fruit. So it will definitely, or certainly, or of course, so I'm sure it will bear fruit. So bear fruit, it means that you'll have a good result. You'll have a good result, you'll have progress, more and more progress, and you'll be happy and happier, so you will be feeling more and more optimistic. Okay, good. I'll try to do the same. It means that, okay, I'll try to do it. I need to have a plan. Right. I guess you use lots of resources at the same time and not systematically. You really guessed it. Yeah, so really it's a very common problem. So you just want maybe to know some information about present simple and you start looking for it online. So, and you actually find one website and you go to the next, and so it can take very long and without a good result. So it's very, very bad. So, okay. And so choose the most important resources for you. And study, yeah, choose the most important resources for you. So you can't study with 100 websites, no. Okay, very good. What's left? Do more exercises, very important thing, do more exercises. Don't think that you can learn English without them. You are likely to forget everything very fast without them. So likely to forget, it means that I really think that you'll forget, likely to forget. So I really think that you'll forget everything very fast without them. So if you, okay, if you just read maybe about grammar, but if you don't do exercises, it's very difficult, really difficult. And exercises not only, for writing, but for speaking too. Next, find a speaking partner. Yeah, it's important, very important. Yeah. So this process of learning English should be, not boring, but interesting and exciting. So have fun and overcome the language barrier. So overcome, okay, the language barrier. Maybe you're afraid of speaking. Yes, it's difficult for you to speak. I understand it can be. So, okay, just practice. So English is not only reading, not only grammar, not only listening, it's speaking too, okay? And you don't need to pay for your lessons, yeah? So, some students think that, okay, yes, I need to find a teacher and I can make good progress only with a teacher. No, why? Why do you think so? Actually, I can tell that from my own life experience, I can tell that I've never taken any private lessons. I have never taken any private lessons, so simply because I didn't have money for it. See, and so it's okay, no problem. Okay, yeah, if you have money, yes, it's good, but if you don't have money, it's okay too. You don't need to pay for these lessons, okay? Okay, so good, I need more tips. No problem, welcome. So when your level gets higher, upper intermediate, so when your level is upper intermediate, listen to native speakers. Listen to native speakers more and more. Not just adapted books, stories or conversation, just real English speech. So listen to different sources, to different things. Listen to the radio, TV, podcasts, videos, and so on. Okay, good. So the last two secrets are in the end. Yeah, they are in the end, but don't think they are unimportant. Don't think they're they aren't important at all. Okay. So number 9, actually, maybe I need to put it in the first place, but not in the 9th place. In the first place. So you need to have motivation or an aim. To learn fast. If you have it, you'll find time. Yeah, please think about it. So the problem is that we often say, okay, I have no time, or I don't have time, okay, not now, later, tomorrow. Yes, it's because you have maybe motivation, but it isn't strong enough. Yeah, you have an aim, but maybe it isn't clear enough. Maybe it isn't a big aim and you don't need it. So please think about it. So you need to have motivation or an aim. Yeah, and the last thing, very important thing, my friends. Yeah, not just my friend, my friends. Watch this channel, English Professionally. Yeah, the channel is very important and which is growing, yeah, with your help and support. Yeah, thanks for your help, thanks for support. And you know, it's the mission of this channel to help you learn English effectively and fast. So not only boring grammar, but effective, good grammar. So lessons on speaking and lessons on how to learn English effectively and fast. It's very important to understand it. Okay, you know, my friends, I'm so happy that I've recorded this information for you, and really I want to thank you for your support, and not only for support, for comments, any comments, positive, negative. So if it's criticism, it's okay to just, you know, I want to improve, I want actually to be a better teacher, coach. And okay, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for everything, my friends. And I'm really lucky that you're watching this video. And so, and I'm also thinking, yeah, at present that I'm very lucky. I'm thinking about, this idea about one thing, that I'm very lucky that I have this opportunity and I have students like you, and you are the best. So you watched this video till the end, and just I wish you actually to start following these tips, and I wish you good progress, and I hope that you learn English much faster. Okay, thank you very much, my friends. See you. Bye.